Hello, all you beautiful gems. Happy Thursday. Look, look, look. Oh my goodness. We broke 1,000. We broke 1,000. Lofi raised $100 over on their stream. Hi, Jade. Hydrate from Dragon. Oh my goodness. Hi, Dragon. Uh-oh. I'll refill that in a bit. I'll let my lipstick dry. Also, Dragon, how are you? It's good to see you. If you're lurking, no worries. Birthday snack for Kobo. I will draw that. I will not draw that on today's stream. I was thinking, actually, we have a couple of sketch donation redemptions as well. So we might start tomorrow night's stream with a little bit of sketching to get those out of the way, because tomorrow night's going to be the community game night. And that will kind of lead into playing Gartic and maybe Play It Up or something fun like that. So I will save it for then, if that's okay, Alistair. Because you're right, we do need to do a birthday snack. And tomorrow is Cobra's birthday, so I think that's a great idea. We're doing it! We're doing it! We hit 1,000! So that makes me so happy. So, and that's the other thing. Tomorrow night, I will also do the giveaway draw for the custom emote. So, it's all going to be tomorrow. But today... Mark is your boyfriend? Ah, that's so good, Alistair. I'm so pleased for you. I'm so happy. I'm just going to make him like me and then not date him. I'm going to make him say really nice things to me because he was really mean at the beginning. Well, not mean, but very like kind of standoffish at the beginning. I'm so excited, y'all. Okay, let me tell you the story about this. Out of nowhere, one of my friends sent me this reel. And at the time, it didn't have like a ton of views on it on Instagram. Well, no, Leah's my bestest friend because she was also very mean to me and rude at the beginning. So she's my bestest friend. Mark's gonna be the guy who has a crush on me, but I'm not reciprocating. That's my plan. Anyways, my friend sent me this reel on Instagram about this indie game maker who had been lost their job in the industry. They got laid off because there was a ton of layoffs, especially out in Vancouver area and around that. A couple of my friends were also affected. And it's them talking about how they got laid off and they decided to pursue their like dream. Them and their girlfriend started to create this game, and then they put out this Kickstarter, but it was super ambitious and the Kickstarter didn't hit its goals. So they've kind of scaled back and they're trying again because they really want to make this work. And they're Canadian. The game is 2S LGBTQIA plus friendly, which is great for Pride Month. And also the designs are so adorable. My friend sent them to me, sent this reel to me, and I was like, I'm absolutely streaming this demo. It is right up our alley. It's a cooking sim, dating sim. It's set in space. It's called Love at the Milkyway Diner. The demo is free to play right now. I am going to put the link up here. Let me just grab it. Let me copy the link. Boop. And I'm gonna post it up here. Okay, the demo for free. Don't forget to wishlist. That, and I'm gonna pin it. What is going on with the music? Listen, I searched for space, and I think it's now playing like what? Yeah, it's playing like brown noise. I'm assuming hopefully the demo has a little bit of music. I'm also really curious as to whether maybe they're looking for voice actors, because I'd be down. Honestly, I'd be down for doing some pro bono stuff just to get some stuff on my reel. But yeah, let's dive into it. I don't know how long the demo is going to be. It might be really short. Today's going to be a shorter stream anyways because I have to go pick up my daughter from Ultimate Frisbee, and then I have to bring my son to his prom. So it's going to be a shorter stream anyways, which kind of works out. So I think we play the demo, however long that takes. If we have time left, I'm going to pop into Minecraft, do some more stuff for my village. So that is the plan. I hope y'all can hang out with me for a little bit and enjoy it and see what happens. I'm excited. I don't know if there's music or not. Probably, right? There was music in the... Let me pause this music. New game. Hi, traveler. What is your name? First name is Aqua. My last name is Gem. Your name is Aqua Gem, correct? Yes. Thank you. Enjoy your journey. I rub my eyes. I'm still feeling groggy and stiff from my time in the transport ship stasis pods. Okay, hold up. I gotta turn down the audio a little bit. Yeah, we are way up there. Let's do... Okay, it has voice volume, so maybe they do have voices. How's that for volume? I think that's good. I'm still feeling groggy and stiff from my time in the transport ship stasis pod. I stare out of the ship's many windows and into the emptiness of deep space. I'm sitting in the observation lounge of Argo 24. Your best choice for intersystem travel, leaving the Helios system with prices that won't break their bank. Volume is perfect, thank you, Jade. There are far more glamorous methods of space travel. 5-star cruising ships with luxurious rooms and great meals, where you can spend the long trip between star systems in leisure and comfort. But comfort costs credits, and I'm pretty short on those. So it's budget travel and budget stasis pods for me. And the Argo space fleet is known for being especially no frills. The ship dips and my destination comes into view. It's a space station! The deep space station Hesperides, my new home. It's a sleek Arulian design with habitat and docking rings orbiting around the station's main superstructure. Spacecraft zip in and out and around the station like bees circling a hive. Unfamiliar alien designs in unexpected shapes. Thankfully, I was able to utilize an onboard sonic shower and freshen up before making my way here. What's a sonic shower? I want one of those. My stomach rumbles and I pull out the complimentary juice box and small biscuits that were left by my pod for me to find when I woke up. I tear open the package and nibble on the slightly sweet and crumbly digestive. The biscuit is plain and the strawberry juice box is warm, but it's my body's first solid food in 2 weeks, and it's a relief to my empty stomach. I watch as one of the smaller ships heads towards a spot in space marked by blinking buoys. They just blast the dirt off you with sound waves, just whoom, whoom. There's a flash as the ship speeds past them and into the wormhole, disappearing from sight. There are 4 other spots like this in the area around the Hesperides. Hesperides? I don't know where the emphasis is. Stable wormholes, each leading to a different place light years away from here. Attention all passengers, we are now beginning docking procedures for Deep Space Station Hesperides. Please make sure to bring all your belongings with you as you disembark. On behalf of the captain and all of our crew, we thank you for choosing Argo Space Transport. I disembarked from the Argo 20 into a massive arrivals hangar. I immediately met with the shift in artificial gravity. Hesperides nuts! That actually caught me off guard. Genuinely. The difference between the calibration of the transport ship and the station is slight, but there's just a bit more bounce. All around me are ships of all shapes and sizes from across the galaxy, from large passenger cruisers and cargo freighters to smaller personal crafts and aliens. I've never seen so many different species all in one place, hustling between ships, trying to make connections, lining up to collect their bags, and moving cargo around. A dizzying flurry of fur and scales and tentacles and tails. One of the comments on the reel was like, why is everybody in here, all the people you've designed, all the romanceable characters, why are they all humanoid? Why no, like, and the response, oh sorry, the response was like, look, we wanted to put more in, but we had to scale it back. And I was like, that sounds like a stretch goal for the Kickstarter to me. Let the monster lovers in. It's so much to take in. The Helios system doesn't really get that much interstellar tourism, so seeing other species is a rarity. But this is the Hesperides space station, gateway to the Theta sector and the fringe colonies therein. In this part of the galaxy, humans are the minority. Attention, this is the final boarding call for flight XJ6B6 with service to Kashroth 4. All passengers should now be on board at gate C32.
Out of the way!
A voice from behind me calls, and before I can react, I'm shoved hard to one side. I'm thrown off balance by the impact, and I tumble forward, hitting the ground hard. My travel bags slide a few feet away from me and on the metal floor. I look up just in time to see a Sketrian with a large backpack run and shove their way through the crowd.
Hey, watch where you're going!
Growls another voice as well, it wasn't really a growl, but that's okay. Another voice as I hear footfalls jog towards me. The owner of the voice stops in front of me and crouches down to meet my eyes. Oh, okay. Hey, are you okay? She says with concern in her deep voice. She's an alien. A Ka'etri. She has a worried look in her golden eyes. Pulling up next to her is a hover cart piled high with boxes. In love! Instantly! You're not hurt, are you? I'm okay. I might have a bruise or two, though. I say sheepishly as I rub my right elbow, which bore the brunt of the impact. Here, let me help you stand. She extends her large clawed hand towards me and I take it. She pulls me up with ease. I can't help but be slightly startled by her strength. A giant woman, all I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman. Thanks, I say and crane my neck to look behind her, trying to spot my errant bags. Following my gaze, she turns around. Oh, don't mention it. She says brightly as she reaches down and grabs my 2 bags, throwing them both over one of her shoulders with ease. I'm Kyle, by the way. She flashes me a toothy smile. Her teeth, her bangs. I'd seen oh my god, Ka'etri? I wish the text box was a little more transparent so we can see the character art more. The style is so good. I have a feeling they'll be like if I go into like outside of the gameplay, I'll be able to see like character art and stuff. But yeah, the style is great. There's a sketchy coloring technique to it that I really like. I'd seen Ka'etri in vids before, or from a distance a couple of times on Mars. But this is my first time really meeting a member of their species up close like this. Both indecisive bisexual here. I mean, I think she's really cool. Kind of reminds me of how Ike adds noise to his pieces. Yeah, exactly. There's a softness around it. You know what I mean? A texture. And I enjoy that. She's kind of cool. I catch myself thinking. She'd picked up my bags like they were nothing when I'd struggled slightly under their weight. So she's obviously pretty strong. She has fangs and claws and a wild head of hair that would look windswept if there was any wind. Even her outfit is badass, with her blaster holsters on her hips and pilot's jacket. She looks like she stepped right out of a Warp Racers movie. And on top, and to top it off, she's friendly and kind, rushing over to make sure a random stranger like me was okay. I return her smile gratefully. I'm Aqua. Well, Aqua, let's get you to where you gotta go. And do you have a connection to catch? Oh, no connection. This is me. I'm actually moving onto the station. Really? Well, in that case, I'll bring you to the arrivals. I'm headed there myself. Follow me. She smiles an easy smile and nudges the parked hovercart next to her tail. It whirs to life and follows her as she starts to walk, my bag still slung over her shoulder. Clearly, she has no intention of letting me carry them myself. I decide I'm just going to roll with it for now. I still feel pretty rough from my time in stasis. The line color as well, yeah. S-tier stuff. No, 100%. The art's what drew me in right away, and then the premise. The fact that it's a cooking and a dating sim, and all of the characters are so cute, and the designs, and we're in space. It's checking all the boxes, you know? I'm not about to protest. I dust myself off and start to follow her through the crowd. So, Aqua, you're moving in on the Hesperides. I gotta remember parodies. What brings you to this side of the galaxy, if you don't mind me asking, that is? We get a lot of folks passing through, as you might have noticed. But it's not every day someone decides to make an extended stay here. I guess you could say... I'm looking for a fresh start. I'm taking over my late aunt's diner. The Milkyway Diner? Yeah. How did you know? The Milkyway Diner is a Hesperides station staple. I'd heard it was closing after your aunt passed. It's good to hear someone's keeping that place up and running. It's an important spot for the community here, and when you're this far away from home, community is everything. That's a lot to live up to. I had no idea it was so popular. Cooking and dating? I told you! Click that link! And then I think, well, I shared it on my Instagram too, so the link to the Kickstarter launches June 10th. So, Monday it launches. I'll post it in the Discord as well. Oh, it's wishlisted. You and your aunt weren't close? Then, quickly, as if catching herself, she says, sorry, I don't mean to pry. You don't have to share if you don't want to. No, it's okay. We weren't. Not really, anyways. I only met her a couple times in my life when she came to visit family in the Helios system. She had her own thing going here. Her life out in deep space. The diner. My parents never really had the creds to take us out of the system to visit. And then, about a month ago, we got word she had a stroke and passed away. When we got the will, it said that she would like one of her family members to take over if possible. She didn't have any kids of her own, so here I am. I don't think I'll be able to support, though. Kickstarter usually only takes credit card, and I don't have one. Oh, no. Wow, that's a bummer. Do you have, like, PayPal or anything? Sometimes I thought it takes PayPal, but maybe you're right. So you just dropped everything to come out here? That's pretty bold for someone who's never left their home star system. I'm impressed. Not much to drop when the company you've been working for goes bankrupt and you're out of a job. A fresh start sounded pretty good after that. It's true. No job, no love life. My friends from college and I had drifted apart. Sure, my family was there, but they all had their own stuff going on. There really wasn't much of anything holding me back. Buying a one-way discount ticket to the gateway to the Theta sector and running a diner with no experience seemed like a much better option than just continuing to aimlessly drift around home. I get that. Sometimes change is good. Kyle reaches over and gives me a gentle and reassuring pat on the back. Oh. You've got this. I'm sure the Milky Way Diner is in good hands. There's a warm and reassuring look in her eyes. She's so easy to talk to. I'm thankful to have met someone as kind as Kyle as soon as I arrived. And what about you, you say? You said we got a lot of folks passing through, so I guess it's safe to assume you live on the station? I'm a cargo runner, so I'd sooner say I live on my ship rather than here. The Hesperides is kind of like a home base for me, though. Got a good steady list of clients here. Not too far of a trip to Rannon, and the people here are nice. What kind of cargo do you run? Oh, that depends. On? Kale's Amber's eyes narrow and her ears twitch slightly. Hey, FCT, how's it going? What's new, friend? I don't want to keep reading until this is done. Oh, you know what I should do? Just looking here. Ba 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 ba. Dee, 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 dee. I'm just gonna shrink this a little bit just so that nothing's, yeah, just like that maybe. I think is good. Hello. How you doing, FCT? You're not a Gabby agent, are you? Gabby? Cal said with a conspiratorial edge in her voice. The Galactic Alliance Bureau of Investigation? No. There's an obvious uneasy tone in my voice. I'm just messing with you, Aqua. She says with a laugh. I transport the usual stuff. Tech, food, alcohol, medicine, fun stuff like that. I do supply runs for a couple of the on-station merchants. You could place an order with me if you needed some ingredients they can't grow on the agricultural deck. I have a great whiskerfish supplier back on Renan. Also, she leans in a bit closer and says it just a bit quieter. I have connections in just about every sector of this galaxy. Whatever it is you might need, I can find it. For the right price, of course. Or the right person. Cal says with a wink, an undeniably flirty tone in her voice. Am I being hit on by a Kaetri right now? I can't fucking say. Butterfingers, I'm good! Hello, Zoe. Cal isn't exactly being subtle. I'm not necessarily surprised she'd be interested in a member of a different sapient species. After all, interspecies couplings aren't unheard of. People from different star systems have been living side by side for centuries. There was even a Martian drama series a few years back about a Naru and a human. What's a Naru? I am surprised she's interested in me. Oh, flirt back. 100% we're gonna flirt back. Oh? And how would someone like me, for example, go about becoming the right person? Well, you could start by letting me buy you a drink, and maybe, who knows, might just decide I like you. Decide you like me? So you haven't decided yet? I'm hurt. I say with mock offense, putting my hand over my heart. Kale lets out a chuckle. Maybe I just want to make sure I was right to have a good feeling about you. Then I'll have to take you up on that offer, won't I? Maybe I'll even cook you something on the house to really win you over. Can Kaetri? Oh my god. Kaetri? Kaetri. Can Kaetri eat pancakes? I feel like pancakes are diner food. And easy to make, I think to myself. Yeah, my pancakes are so good. Load whooping from the stands. Thank you. I've had them before and enjoyed them. I like sweet things. No wonder you had a good feeling about me then. Cal's ears prick up a bit in surprise. For a moment, I think I might have caught her off her guard. But she quickly recovers with a devilish smile. Because you're sweet? You said it, not me. Cal chuckles and leans down slightly so she's closer to my ear when she says, You got me there, sugar. Cal literally purrs when she says the word sugar. I feel a tingle run up my spine and my face flushes deeply. Oh, she's good, I think to myself. She leans away from me with a knowing smile. I'll give you a chance to get your space legs before I rush you to the nearest bar. I'll be in port for a couple more days. I'll catch you once you're settled. We stop walking, getting into the short line leading to a kiosk manned by a human in a green uniform. All right, here we are, she says, putting down my bags. Give me your palm pad. I'll add my contact info. We got her number right away. I know, we're not even 15 minutes in, and I'm like, I mean, I did choose to flirt, so I guess we're there, right? That way you can place an order with me if you need anything for the diner. Yes, an order for the diner, of course. And let me know when you're free for that drink, of course. If we're in the same system, we can chat in real time. Otherwise, you can shoot me a text or a voice message, and I'll get back to you once it reaches me. I know how interstellar communications work, you know. I say with a laugh, handing her my palm pad. This may be my first time out of a system, but I'm not totally clueless. I know, just a reminder. She says as she types in her contact details. She hands I'm saying palm pad, but it says plam pad? No, it's gotta be palm pad. That's gotta be a typo, right? I notice we've made it to the front of the line now. I gotta get all this stuff where it needs to go, so I'll head in first. I'll be seeing you around. See you around, Cal. She puts her large hand on my shoulder as she passes by me and walks up to the kiosk, her hover cart following behind her. Officer... Oh my god. I'm pronouncing names. Oh my, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. All right, I hear you. Officer Shiwu Morency, what's the head of security doing checking arrivals? From where I stand now, I can get a better look at the human man behind the kiosk. Officer Shiwu, as KL has called him. He has wavy chocolate brown hair that curls around the nape of his neck and a stern expression on his face. Oh, is this going to be the guy who hates me right off the get-go? He's not too tall, with an athletic build. Can't help but notice the prominent bags under his dark eyes. He looks like he hasn't had a good night's sleep in ages. Flirts, the NPC flirts back even harder. Aqua, help! It's literally the oh no. I'm like, oh no! Officer Ashket called in sick today, so I'm taking over for his duties for now. Can I please get your name and purpose for your visit to the station? His voice is deep and soft with a stern edge and a slight fringe planet accent. Really, Shiwu? We gotta do this whole song and dance every time? It's not like you don't know my name and call sign by now. I know your name, Kyle, but regulations are regulations, and there are questions I need to ask every person who goes through arrivals. Now, can I please get your name and purpose for your visit to the Hesperides station? Kyle's tail twitches slightly in irritation and she rolls her eyes. Kale Vashruna, cargo delivery for Ashketh's General, Haley Roswell, and Wayfarer's Rest. Shipping manifest will be under the call sign Starblazer. Shiwu types away quickly at the hollow screen in front of him, giving the manifest a quick read. Thank you. Looks like everything is in order. He looks up from the screen and at Kale. Also, this is your reminder that all weapons are left on the ship. She flips open the flaps in her holsters with a flourish, revealing the empty pockets. I know. It's not like this is my first time here. I'm only reminding you because you forgot last time. Because I was in a hurry. I had a row that needed to get back into temperature control. I was losing freshness by the second. They're going back and forth like this, but Kale doesn't sound angry. Just mildly annoyed at the bureaucracy of it all. Kale seems to be the type that chafes up against rules and regulations, and Shiwu doesn't seem to type to loosen protocol for anyone. We need that little help sounder. I think the little kid ate was. Oh yeah, the wasabi. Yeah, she goes wasabi, and then she tries some, and she just goes, help. Arms out. Just gonna give you a quick scan, then you're free to go. A pair of spherical float droids deploy from behind the kiosk and float on either side of KL in her hover cart. Oh, they gave her 2 L's here. Scanning. Oh, sorry.
Scanning. Please hold still.
The 2 droids emit green scanning beams. Beams?
I'm the prankster.
Hey!
I'm the god of mischief.
I am the bad guy.
How's it going? Look! We hit over 1,000! Captain, this game is so cute. My hair color's so vivid. I haven't done anything to it. I'm actually getting my roots done tomorrow. I think I just had it up yesterday, so it's not super. But thank you. This game is so cute, Captain. Listen to me. We're already flirting. I've already blushed once. The 2 droids emit green scanning beams and float around Kale, scanning her and her cargo. By the way, you look more exhausted than usual today. You holding up all right? Now it was Shiwu's turn to roll his eyes. He sighs a bit and rubs the back of his neck. We need some spell check on this demo, I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate your continued concern about my well-being, but really I'm fine. It's nothing new. Still, you should check in with Saria. I did a couple days ago, but like I just said, I'm fine. Shiwu's face softens as he speaks. The droids finish their scan and the green lights turn off. No forbidden articles or pathogens detected. Pathogens. KL Vashruna, you are free to proceed into the station. Please enjoy your stay. Okay. I brought you some new herbal tea from Ronan. I'll leave it in your mail locker. Thanks, Cal. I'll be sure to try it before bed tonight. You better. Let me know how it goes. I'll catch you later, bud. With that, Cal gives her card a nudge and she walks into the station. But not before looking over her shoulder at me and giving me a smile and a wave. See ya, sugar. I got a nickname right from the get-go! And with that, she disappears around the corner. I grab my bags and lug them over to the kiosk where Shiwu stands. Welcome to the Hesperides. Can I please get your name and purpose for your visit to the station? Shiwu says, meeting my eyes over his hollow screen. Aqua Gem. I'm moving on to the Hesperides to take over the management of the Milkyway Diner. Shiwu raises his thick eyebrows and the corners of his mouth lift slightly into a small smile. Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. Welcome aboard. I'm Officer Shiwu Morency, Head of Security. Can I please get you to confirm that these details are correct? I'll also need your travel documents. He hands me the holoscreen. Let me see. Oh, Aqua Gem. Let's go with she, her for me. Human. Helios. Europa. Great. Yes. Good. X. I scan my wrist chip on the holoscreen before handing it back to Shiwu, who gives it a quick once-over. Alright, everything looks good. This is a GA Category 3 station, so all Class 4 and above weapons are strictly prohibited on the Hesperides. If you're carrying any energy blasters, phasers, electropulse emitters, or laser swords, please leave them with me. We will store them in a secure location till such time as you leave the station. Good thing I left my laser sword at home! I'm gonna do that one. Good thing I left my laser sword at home. Shiwu's eyes narrow, clearly unamused. I shift a little awkwardly. I knew he wouldn't like it. I assume you're kidding around. You got me. How could you tell? You don't seem like the laser sword type. He says matter-of-factly. Jeez, this guy does not have a sense of humor. He clears his throat a bit. I'll go ahead and update your access file so you can use your wrist chip to access the Milky Way Diner as well as your quarters. If you'd like, I can have someone from the agricultural deck drop some ingredients off at the diner for you. Oh, yeah, that would be great. I'd like to take the kitchen for a spin. I figured as much. Let's see, what else? She was sticking the mud, man. Excuse you, I'll show you who's joking. Get sword. You'll be in room 3 of living block B. Your room will have a bathroom with water and sonic showers. I still want to know what a sonic shower is. A tub, a kitchenette, as well as your bed. Sheets and pillows are provided, and the room has been prepped for your arrival. There is also a common space with a living area and larger kitchen. Your neighbors have already been told to expect you. Please make sure to introduce yourself when you get the chance, as you'll be sharing the space with them. I heard about similar setups in other stations and space colonies. Life in space can be isolating, so dwellings and neighborhoods are often planned with an emphasis on community building. Noted. Do you know my neighbors? Seteth and Roswell. There are a couple of brainiacs. Roswell's almost too friendly, a lot like Hal, who I gather you already met. Seteth's a bit of a prickly guy when you first meet him, but he warms up to you quicker than you might expect. I'm sure you'll get along well with them. It's not like the biggest station. Functionally, it's kind of like living in a small town. There's the good and the bad that comes with that. For example, once news got out that the Milky Way Diner wasn't actually closing down, and Cassie's family member was coming from Helios to take it over, let's just say that you've been the talk of the town. Small town gossip is a thing even at the gateway to the Theta sector, huh? Pretty much, sorry to say. Shiwu says with a shrug of his massive shoulders. Massive? On the bright side, you're the human that's bringing back a beloved station eatery, so I'm sure you'll receive a warm welcome as a result. KL mentioned the diner was really popular. Whoa. I'm hit by a sudden wave of vertigo. It's like the ground under my feet has given way. Whoops, I passed out. I feel my eyes roll into the back of my head and I crumple. I'm fully expecting to hit the ground for the second time in less than an hour, but the impact doesn't come. Did he catch me? God damn it, I wasn't ready to like this guy. That was close. I hear Shibra's voice, closer and softer now than it was before. My eyes flutter open and I realize why I'm not currently concussed. He caught me. Shibra's face is only a handful of inches away from mine. This close up, I'm struck by just how handsome he is. His hair falls into his eyes and his thick brows are knitted in concern, a slight frown on his soft-looking lips. Girl, calm down. One of his hands supports my head, the other is wrapped around the small of my back. Space or romance. I need a special drawn panel right there where it's fully released, right? Of him, like, catching you. Or, like, a close-up, like, of you looking up at him kind of thing. He must have vaulted over the kiosk and caught me just before I hit the ground. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I feel like he'd appreciate this more, but also we're in for a penny, in for a pound. My head is spinning, my eyes going in and out of focus. I don't dare try to stand on my own. Easy there. It looks like there are still some sedatives in your system from the stasis pods. Shiwu says gently. We look into each other's eyes for a few moments. I find myself increasingly aware of the feeling of his hand under my back and head, supporting my weight with ease. Is it just me, or do the dark circles under his eyes somehow make him more handsome? I think to myself. I notice a dusting of pink start to cover his cheeks as he averts his eyes from mine. Oh, he's blushing! Aqua, do you think you can stand? I come back to reality, suddenly finding myself feeling a bit self-conscious. Oh, yeah, I think so. Thanks for catching me. All part of the job. Siwu helps me stand, supporting me as I try putting weight on my wobbly legs. Thankfully, I feel the vertical waning. Ugh, I feel awful. I say as he lets me stand on my own once again. I get my bearings and he walks back to his post behind the security kiosk. If it's any consolation, you're not the first person to faint from cheap stasis sedatives. Still, you should head straight to the medbay once you've been scanned and cleared. Dr. Saria will take a look at you, and she can give you something to help you as the drugs leave your system. That sounds like a good idea. I'll do that. All right, arms out. Shiwu says as the two float droids deploy. I comply, and they take a couple moments to complete their scan.
No forbidden articles or pathogens detected. Aquagem, you are free to proceed to the station. Please enjoy your stay.
I start to pick up my heavy bags. You can just leave those here. I'll get a delivery bot to take your bags to your room. Just focus on getting to the medbay. It's on level 5. He types a series of commands into his screen, and a rectangular bot comes speeding around the corner and skids to a stop in front of me. With a series of cheerful-sounding beeps, it splits from the vertical seam down its middle, a compartment filling the gap between its two halves. As I place my bags into the compartment, I notice a small velvet cylinder perched on top of the front half of the bot. Is it wearing a bellhop hat? Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Chirps the bot. I know better than to anthropomorphize simple AIs like this, but I can't help but think it sounds happy. Oh, that's certainly not regulation. I'll have to talk to Roswell about this. Shiwu mutters under his breath. Now loaded with its cargo, the delivery bot closes the compartment, and it speeds away as fast as it came. Thanks, Shiwu. I guess I'll see you around then. Shiwu gives me a full, bright smile. See you around, Aqua. Enjoy the rest of your day. You as well, I say, returning his smile and waving over my shoulder as I head into the station proper. From behind me, I can hear Shiwu call up the next person in line and start his spiel all over again, once more. Once more. Gosh, I'm struggling. The wording is a bit tricky. A light chime goes off as I enter the medbay. Oh, what does this person sound like? I mean, doctors have to have a British accent in space. That's actually, I think that's the rule. I don't know why. I'll be with you in just a moment, calls out a calm feminine voice. Just take a seat in the waiting area. Pretty! Oh my gosh. The office is small, with a dividing wall separating the treatment and waiting areas. As I take a seat, I sneak a peek into the treatment area. There is an examination table, as well as an open med pod where a short Arunian woman in a hospital gown sits. Is that who this is? Short, yes. A Naru, in a doctor's coat, faces her, looking at the notes on her holopad. The same voice from before, the one belonging to the doctor, continues. As I was saying, thankfully your time in the med pod has healed up your skin from the burns you suffered, and all damage to your eye was thankfully reversible. I'd still advise limiting exposure to unnecessary visual strain for a few days, limit screen time, and get lots of rest. However, Vega, I'm afraid you'll have some permanent discoloration of your skin. I doubt this is what you wanted to hear. Sadly, Arulian skin is particularly prone to scarring, especially after a trauma like the one you faced. There is, of course, a possibility it will continue to fade as time goes on, and if you'd like, I could put you into contact with a cosmetic dermatology specialist on Scios. He's an old colleague of mine and is very skilled with reconstructive procedures on Arulian skin. The patient sitting on the med pod, Vega, speaks up. Her voice is sweet and carries the almost melodic-sounding Arulian accent. What's an Arulian accent? I would kill for them! Irish? Will we make it Irish?
Thank you so much for your treatment, Dr. Saria. That's okay, really. I don't mind the scarring too much. I'm just happy I'm safe. You are incredibly fortunate that Officer Shiwa was able to get to you when he did. From what he told me, that rusty old ship you flew in was a death trap. You're lucky on the tertiary fuel line burst, only the tertiary fuel line burst. If it had been the secondary, or stars forbid the primary, there may not have been anything left of you to put in the med pod. Now here are your clothes. You can go ahead and get changed in the washroom over there. I'm going to take a look at my next patient.
Thank you.
Vega says she hops off the med pod and walks over to the bathroom, closing the door behind her. All right, you can come on over and take a seat in the examination table here. I follow the doctor's instructions, walking over the exam table and taking a seat. Hello, I'm Dr. Saria. How can I help you today? Hi, I'm Aquagem. I just got off a long-haul trip. I've been out of stasis for about 2 hours, but I've been feeling kind of off. A bit sore and dizzy. I have a headache, and I fainted earlier. I see. That's not good at all. Saria says, typing notes into her holly pad. How long did you spend in stasis? Did you fly on a personal or mass transit craft? Mass transit, one of the Argo Spaceline ships. Saria winces and clicks her tongue in disapproval. That makes sense. The brand of sedatives for stasis the Argo Spacefleet use are outlawed in Nauru space for this exact reason. I'm sorry you're feeling unwell as a result. She gives me a sympathetic look and types a few final notes into her holopad before placing it on the table next to her. Lie back on the examination table. I'm going to do a quick scan to check your vitals. I do as Sari instructs and lies down. She grabs the scanner and leans over me. As she does, one of the tentacles on her head falls in front of her face. She gently pushes it behind her pointed ear. She's so cute! I can see the chromatophores in her skin at the tips of her tentacles shifting different shades of mostly coral pink. But looking closer, I can see undertones of blue and green. Ah, cool! I know that Nauru have chromatophores change colors with their emotions, but I haven't learned what each color means. Saria hovers the scanner over me, and I do my best to stay still. After a few moments, it's over. Hi, Ellie! Oh, welcome in! I am having so much fun already. It is so adorable. I think everyone here has wishlisted so far. Jade, yeah. I've blushed about 3 times. I'm flirting with everyone, everything that moves. I'm having a grand time. I'm so glad you could pop in. Yeah, Jade and I are already sold. 100%. Yes. I'm really loving the designs, honestly. Also, I want to message you about something, but I'll do it off stream. I was talking about doing some voice work, and I'd like to add some stuff to my reels. So just in case you're looking for any voice work. The art direction you've taken looks incredible, and I'm stoked to see where this... I know! I'm excited. I'm gonna be sad when it ends. I'm drawing while I watch, so I might be slow to reply, but it's so awesome to see. No worries. And it's Hermes' mom, yeah? Perfect. Let me know if you want me to call you something else. I can call you Ellie if you want to. But my memory's quite bad. Just warning you. Saria hovers the scanner over me, and I do my best to stay still. After a few moments, it's over. All right, Aqua, you can sit back up now. Seems like your body is still attempting to break down and process the last of the sedatives in your system. That's why you're feeling the lingering effects we all call pod sickness. Saria explains as I return to my sitting position. I can give you an injection that will speed up the process significantly. Since it will be going into your bloodstream directly, you'll feel better much quicker. Are you okay with needles? Yeah, I'm fine with them. I'm fine with them. Needles don't really bother me all that much. That's good to hear. Sit tight while I get everything prepped then. Saria goes to the cabinet near the treatment areas and scans her wrist chip. I watch as she preps the needle, filling it with medicine from a vial. She places it on a tray next to some gauze and some sanitizing fluid. She brings the tray back over and places it in the little rolling table by the examination table. All right, Aqua. I'm just going to do a quick swab here to sanitize the area. Ellie's good. My usual handle was taken, and please do reach out. We have a stretch goal for partial voice. I figured you might, so I will definitely reach out. She takes my forearm in her hand. I feel a slight brush of her skin on mine. I don't know why, but I had half expected her skin to feel slimy, like a squid. Nah. No, it's soft. But it's not at all. Her touch is cool, yes, but also incredibly smooth. My eyes meet her strange alien ones as she finishes. Are you ready? She asks, looking at me with a calm, pleasant expression. I can't help but feel a slight flush creep over my cheeks as she says those words. Then kick myself mentally because there's nothing flirty happening here whatsoever. Yes, I'm good to go. All right, Aqua, can you breathe in for me, please? And now, out. As I exhale, Saria swiftly administers the shot, then covers the small puncture with a little med patch shaped like a little yellow star. I got a star! There we go, all done. You can lie back for a moment while the medicine does its work. I'm going to clean this up. I lie back down on the table as Saria sets out about putting her supplies away. So, you're Cassie's relative that's taking over the Milkyway Diner? Yeah, Officer Shiwu mentioned people in the station have been waiting for me to get here. We have. Welcome to Hesperides. How are you feeling now? Would you like to stand up? I get up off the examination table. The difference is startling. My headache and dizziness are gone. I feel much better now, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Are you going to be heading to the diner now? Yeah, I'm starving. Officer Shiwu said he was going to ask someone from the agricultural deck to come by with some produce. I better head over there if I want to meet them. Sounds like a great plan. Maybe you could come by the diner sometime. I think I'll be open in a couple days. I was planning on it. It'll be nice not to have to cook for every meal again. As I get myself ready to leave, Vega comes out of the bathroom. All right, I'm off. Thank you so much for everything, Dr. Saria. It was my pleasure, Vega. Feel free to come back if you need anything else. If you have the time before you head to your room, would you consider stopping by the tech office? Our station's lead technician, Mechanic Roswell, has been looking at your ship. They'll want to talk to you when you get the chance. Maybe you can walk with Aqua here in the promenade. You'll need to pass through it to reach the tech office. And it would be good for you to get lay of the land, or so to speak. Saria turns to meet my eyes. Would that be okay with you, Aqua? I think it would be good if you stuck together, less likely for one of you to get lost. Yeah, sure. I don't mind. She's so cute! Look at her little outfit! Fantastic. You both remember what I said. Try not to push yourselves too much, okay? And please come back next time you need medical assistance. You've got it, Dr. Saria. Thanks again for all your help. I walk over to Vega and she gives me a polite bow and greeting. I return the gesture. Hi, I'm Vega, she says, raising her hand in a small wave. I'm Aqua. Let's head out. I turn and nod my head to Saria as we leave the med bay. Goodbye, Dr. Saria. Saria smiles and waves goodbye. Yay! So, how you holding up? Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but from what I heard, it sounded like you had a rough couple of days. Yeah, my starship had a malfunction while exiting the stable wormhole, unstable tertiary fuel line. I thought I could handle it on my own, so I tried to fix it myself, but... She gestures to the discolored side of her face. I might have overestimated my own abilities. Thankfully, I was able to get a distress call out before something really bad happened. It must have been terrifying. Oh, it was. I really thought this was going to be it for me. Thankfully, Officer Shiwu and the rest of the rescue team were able to get to me super fast. I'm holding up pretty well, all things considered. Just a bit stiff. I'm glad to be up and walking. I know the feeling. I just got out of a 2-week stasis early this morning. Feels good to stretch my legs. I've heard those long-haul stasis pods are super awful. Is that why you were in the med bay? Pod sickness? Yeah, they really are. I feel much better now, but I fainted earlier. Thankfully, Shiwu was there to catch me, I think to myself. As we walk through the hallways, I notice Vega staring intently at me. Is there something on my face? I ask, and we stop walking for a moment. Look at her eyes! I keep seeing little details about her. I'm actually obsessed with the Irish accent for, isn't it great? Right away, I was like, because it says she has an accent. I was like, right, I'm gonna make it Irish. I do Irish and Scottish and British pretty well. I ask, can we stop walking for a moment? Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare and make you uncomfy. It's just that I've never met a human in person before. Well, technically I met Officer Shiwu, but only briefly, and I was a bit busy trying not to, die. Well, you're the first Cerulean I've ever met, so I guess we're even. It's my first time out of my home system. Oh, my stars, me too, she says enthusiastically. I've met Naru and Sketians, and even a I can't get this. Katri? I keep messing it up. Katri before, but never human. That's not all that's unsurprising, I think to myself. Travel visas in the Cerulean home system are notoriously hard to get a hold of, especially for humans. Vika leans in closer, staring intently at me, her shining red eyes.
She's so cute.
Up close like this, I notice a slight shimmer to her green skin, almost like she's wearing a light dusting of body glitter.
Okay, vote for this to be my next makeup look. Will we make me paint myself green again?
Arulians as a species look like mythical creatures to us humans, like the Fae or elves of old Earth legends come to life. Their entire race was stupidly, stunningly beautiful by almost all human measures of conventional attractiveness. So, what's your impression seeing one of us in person? I asked, trying to mask my self-consciousness from being looked at so intensely. Your ears are kind of funny. They're round.
Thanks. Do you want to touch them? Okay, I'm forward. I'm not that forward. I'm gonna do the sparkle because that would absolutely be something I'd say. Do all Arulians sparkle? Do all Arulians sparkle?
Of course. I guess humans don't.
We do not. Not unless we're wearing makeup, that is. I say with a little laugh, shaking my head. Our hair does turn white as we age, though.
Really? That's so cool. Our hair just stays the same color all our lives. Some Arulians say humans are pretty ugly, but I don't agree with that at all.
She muses matter-of-factly. I raise my eyebrow at her comment. I'm glad you don't agree, but I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a little insulting. And even a bit speciesist. It's one thing for species to have different beauty standards, but to just say it like that... Well... What do humans say about us? Oh, maybe she's asking me that. I don't know if that's right. How to answer that question. Yeah, I think she asked me that. It's a weird quirk of evolution that Arulians and humans happen to look a lot alike. But the histories of our civilization could not be more different. The Arulians were the first GA civilization to harness nuclear fission as an energy source. Incredibly technologically advanced and ridiculously wealthy thanks to their resource-rich home planet of Arulia Prime and 4 habitable moons. Humans, on the other hand, are best known for being the one and only species in the Galactic Assembly that somehow managed to fuck their homeworld till it was no longer habitable through their own greed and stupidity. Oh, yay. Sure, we managed to survive the collapse of our home planet and expand throughout our solar system with the comparatively rudimentary technology we had developed, but we probably could never have dreamed of achieving interstellar travel on our own. It's doubtful the GA would have even reached out and made first contact with the primitive resource-poor residents of the Helios system had their hand not been forced. It was an open secret that the Arulians tended to look down on our species more than any other. And the general human consensus? Arulians are a bunch of beautiful, rich snobs, blessed with ridiculous good looks and more resources than they know what to do with. Oh my god, no. That your species is very beautiful. That your species is very beautiful. I'm a bit full of yourselves, I think to myself, but don't say it out loud.
Thank you,
she says, flipping her hair over her shoulder and flashing me a dazzlingly bright smile before continuing to walk. Oh yeah, I think definitely full of yourselves. Oh, I don't think so. I follow her down the hall. So where were you heading before your ship broke down?
I wanted to get as far away from the Arulian system as possible, so I figured the Theta sector was a good bet.
That makes sense. The Arulian moons are all the way on the other side of the galaxy. Even with the help of stable wormholes, it still would have been a 3 or 4 week journey to get here. You're not a criminal or something, are you? On the run from the law, headed to a fringe colony to lie low and plot your next big heist?
No, nothing like that. I just felt so trapped back home. I guess you could say I needed some space.
Was that supposed to be a pun? Oh no.
You didn't like it?
Thought it was out of this world. Oh my god. Why? Why do I always find the punners? Why?
And what about you? Why are you here?
Big asks. You're looking at the new owner of the chef of the Milkyway Diner, I say with a proud smile.
Oh wow, you're a chef? Do you serve human food? I've always wondered what you guys eat.
I plan on it, but I'd also like to learn some recipes from other cultures. You should come by if you're still on the station when I open in a couple of days.
Yes, please. I can't wait.
She's too cute. By now, we'd reached the promenade, and I could see the outside of the Milky Way Diner. It was a shopfront like any other on the promenade, but there was a window on the side with the diner's name painted onto it in bluish-green letters, which made it unmistakable.
Speaking of the diner, this is me. Do you think you'll be able to make it to the tech office on your own from here? Yeah, I think I'll manage. Thanks for walking with me, Aqua. Do you think I could maybe get your contact info on my palm pad?
It is palm pad. Okay. There's been a couple of misspellings. Then a bit more shyly, she adds,
Just so you can let me know when you open your diner. I promise not to bug you.
sure, Vega. She hands me her palm pad and I type in my name and contact info, then add first human friend. She takes her palm pad and beams as she looks at the contact profile.
You're really my friend now.
She asks, hugging her palm pad to her chest. Yeah, I think so. Is that weird to say? Vega shakes her head. I wonder if I imagined the tears I saw welling up in her eyes. Oh.
No, not at all. I'll send you a message. Make sure to log me in as your first Arulian friend, too. She turns away from me and begins to walk off. Bye, Aqua. See you soon.
Vega shoots me one last smile, and with that, she's very nearly jogs away from me and around the corner towards the tech office. She's too cute! I scan my wrist chip, and the door to the diner unlocks. There's a slight chime as I open the door. The diner is small and cozy with a couple booths and some countertop seating. The kitchen is open, and there's a door leading to the walk-in and office at the back. I walk behind the counter and explore the kitchen. Pots, pans, knives, and cutting boards all clean and in their place. A few non-perishable ingredients are still on the shelves, but it seems like the walk-in was cleaned out. Sanitation probably did that so nothing would start going bad. I run my hand across the well-used countertop and let my mind wander. The sound of the door chime jolts me back into reality. I turn around to see an Arulian man in an orange worksuit standing in the doorway. He carries a large crate under his muscular arm. Ah, cutie! Have we met the himbo? Is this the himbo?
Excuse me. Are you Aqua? Officer Shiwu asked me to bring some fresh produce from the ag deck around.
His voice is surprisingly quiet. How did I know? I very nearly struggled to hear him from across the diner. I probably couldn't catch what he had said if there was any background noise. Yeah, that's me. Come on in. He gives a slight bow towards me as he walks in. You can go ahead and put the crate on the counter here. Thanks for bringing groceries. What's your name?
Oh, it's Adar. I'm a farmer on the agricultural deck.
He says, placing the crate onto the counter. He removes a small potted plant with heart-shaped leaves from the crate.
I also brought you an Avarian mint plant. I thought maybe you might like it.
He extends the pot towards me, and our fingers brush slightly as I take it from him. I take hold of one of the slightly fuzzy leaves and pluck it off the plant. Nice to meet you, Adar. And thank you. This is edible, right? Adar nods, and I place the leaf on my tongue. It tastes green and slightly cooling. It tastes green! This game is too freaking cute. I'm like... it's nice. Thanks again. This is so kind of you.
It's no trouble at all.
I place the little plant on a shelf by my cooking station, then lean over the counter to get a closer look at the contents of the crate. Oh. I look into the crate and realize with embarrassment that I don't recognize a single bit of produce. I shouldn't be surprised. This is a multi-species station, home to only a handful of humans. Of course, the ag deck would be more focused on growing crops catering to the myriad of other species that call the Hesperides home. I spot a tomato hidden amongst the unfamiliar fruits and veggies. At least I know what to do with one of these things.
Is something wrong?
Adar asks, worried, eyes moving from the crate to me and back to the crate. No, nothing's wrong. It's just that I don't really know what any of these are, except for the tomatoes. I know those. I've never left my home system, and we don't really grow many crops from other planets in Helios.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I should have just brought you things you'd be familiar with.
He avoids my eyes. The poor guy looks terribly embarrassed. Don't be. You didn't do anything wrong. Everything looks really interesting, and I'll have to learn to cook from what I can get on the station sooner or later. Adar's expression brightens, meeting my eyes once again.
If you'd like, maybe we could do a little taste test. You could sample the produce I brought, and I could tell you a little bit about each one.
I'd love that. I'd like that. Should I get out a cutting board?
No need for you to get anything dirty. I'm sure this will be fine.
Adar pulls out a small pocket knife from one of his overalls pockets. We sit across from each other at the counter and start to go through the box of fruits and vegetables. His voice is still quiet, but his tone is more confident. Which one do I want to try first? Oh my god, okay.
What?
I want the berries.
How about this one? I lift up a purple and yellow vine bearing bright purple fruits. Kashri berries from Rannan, the ultimate superfood. These are an incredibly important food source for the K tree. And they're also an incredible crop to grow on ag decks. On top of being full of antioxidants, they're one of the best sources of vitamin D you can get. It's nice to have when you're nowhere near a sun, I say, pulling a berry off its vine and popping it into my mouth. Once I bite through the firm skin of the fruit, I'm left with a soft, chewy texture. There is an initial tartness that disappears quickly and is followed by a deep berry sweetness, like a combination of blackberry and purple grape. Okay. Let's try this weird one. How about this flower ball? Ah, Atlas beans. These are a staple in the Aurelian system. We have these in some form or another a couple times a day. You can make sweet or savory dishes with them, and they're a great protein source.
This is beans?
It's a pod.
He picks up the sphere and shakes it next to my head. There is the slightest rattle coming from inside.
Here, let me show you.
He peels back a part of the membrane and shakes 5 large indigo beans out of the pod and into his palm, which he then extends towards me.
You can try them raw and fresh from the pod like this, but it's more traditional to cook them. This flower here is edible too, though it's more so used as a garnish to make a dish pretty than as something you'd actually want to eat.
I decide to pass on the flower, but go ahead and try one of the beans. Tastes pretty much how I expected. Like any other raw bean I've had before, a bit starchy. Yeah, I think I can see why. I bet if I cooked them, they'd taste much better. Okay, let's go from back to front here. Let's try this one. I point to the pinkish red pear-shaped fruit with a crown of spikes on its larger end.
This is a ruby fruit from Sketro.
He explains, picking up the fruit and slicing into it.
These used to be near impossible to grow on ships. They're a cactus fruit with very specific requirements. But about 5 standard rotations ago, the Scatrians came up with a gene-modded version that can be farmed on a standard grow tower with some minor adjustments. Higher yielding, too.
Adar cuts himself off, as if remembering something.
Sorry, I hope I'm not boring you too much,
he says sheepishly with an apologetic look.
The peel is edible, but not very tasty. Here.
He hands me a peeled slice. The fruit is juicy, slightly crunchy, and full of seeds. It's very sweet, and something about its flavor reminds me of bubblegum. Bubblegum fruit, gotcha. This one kind of looks like a big radish, I say, handing Adar the big white root vegetable.
It's a snow root. They grow in meltwater ponds on Rannan, near hot springs, but we just grow them in special hydroponic towers here.
Adar slices into the snow root with his knife. I'm surprised to see that there are lace-like holes running through the center of the root. He hands me a slice and I take a bite. It's crunchy and starchy, like a potato, but there's a slight zesty, spicy radish-like taste. It's nice. I like the crunch. Adar nods in agreement.
There's lots you can do with them. Cook them, bake them, mash them, eat them raw. They're incredibly filling as well.
Okay, that's good. This one kind of looks like a hand with too many fingers. Kind of looks like a pepper, too. I say, pointing to the red-orange fruit.
Yeah, Sketro chilies are freaky looking, but they're delicious. How are you with spice?
I love spicy food, but also I'm white. I love spicy food. I love spicy food.
It's not that spicy, so you should be fine. The peppers from your home system have a chemical called capsaicin that makes them spicy. This one has a bit of that too. They also contain hydroxyalpha sanchol, which has a more tingly effect.
Let's do this. I want to try. Adar breaks off a finger from the chili and hands it to me. I go for it, taking a big bite. It's crunchy and very similar to the peppers I've had before. The heat is subtle, creeping up before the tingling hits, numbing my tongue slightly. Buddha's hand citrus. Is that a real thing? It's tasty and the numbing spice is kind of addictive.
How is it? Not too spicy?
I shake my head. No, not too spicy at all. It's pretty tasty, actually.
Okay, good.
All right, last one. I point to the prettiest fruit of the bunch. Looks like a blue bubble with a pink center. What's this one called?
This is a sea berry from Nauru. We actually grow these underwater in our saltwater glow shrimp tanks. The plants and the shrimp provide each other with nutrients that keep each other healthy. It's a fascinating symbiosis. Go on, try one. Just take a little top part off before you do.
I turn the small crystal-like fruit over in my hand. The outer membrane shines with a bubble-like rainbow iridescence. It's almost too pretty to eat. Almost.
I take off the top part as Adar instructed and pop the sea berry into my mouth. The moment my teeth break the outer membrane, I'm met with a gush of salty, slightly sweet water, followed by the sweet tropical and slightly floral taste of the inner fruit. That's so unique. So which one did you like best? Ooh, I think the Keshri berry. It's got a lot of, like, benefits, too. If I had to choose, I think the Keshri berry has a really familiar taste, and I like berries. Yeah, same. I'm glad you were able to find something you liked. Adar says with a smile. I think I want to try cooking something. It's about lunchtime. Have you eaten yet, Adar? Oh, no, but I'm fine. You don't need to worry about me. I'm not really hungry right now. Adar quickly rises from his seat at the counter. He turns to start to leave, but as if betraying him, Adar's stomach growls loudly. His face darkens in embarrassment. Well, that settles it. I'm making us lunch. It's the least I can do after you brought me all this stuff. Sit back down and relax. I tell him, and he sheepishly returns to his spot and sits down. Thank you, Aqua. Sorry for the trouble. Of course, it's no trouble at all. Let's see. Lunch, what to make? I think soup sounds nice and easy. How about... I mean, we have tomatoes. We could make tomato soup. Or a specialty? Yeah, tomato soup. I knew it was coming. Tomato soup. I'm still a bit too intimidated to try and cook with these unfamiliar agreements. Tomato soup is easy, simple, and I only need tomatoes and salt. Well, you need more than that. It's time to cook for your customer. Yay! Okay, start by choosing the appropriate cooking method for what you want to make. For example, if you want to make soup, select the pot. I want to make soup. Oops. Once you've selected your cooking method, you can select 2 or more produce and or pantry ingredients to cook. Experiment to discover new recipes. When you're satisfied, serve the dish to the customer. Okay. So we got tomato. Oh, that's the mint. Tomato. Go. Oh, do I? Oh, okay. Salt, right? Yeah, there we go. Cook. Hell yeah! You made tomato soup! Okay, I think that'll do it. I say, looking over my shoulder from my station. All the while that I've been cooking, Adar has been watching me. One elbow propped on the counter, his hand supporting his head. Of course, every time I looked over at him, he made a point to look literally anywhere else. Eventually, I just decided to pretend I didn't notice and focus on cooking. Serve. We'll just serve him a bowl, thank you. I grab 2 green bowls and ladle soup into them till they're both full. I place one bowl in front of Adar on the counter. Then I take my bowl, deciding to eat on the cook's side, standing and facing him. All right, here you go. I hope it's to your taste. If you hate it, I can try to make you something else. Something about Adar tells me he would never be the type to send food back, but still, I hope he likes what I made. Adar digs in, his eyes widen as he takes the first bite. This is delicious. I really like it. You sure? You don't need to spare my feelings. Adar nods and goes for another spoonful. I mean it. This is so nice and comforting. I feel like I'll have lots of energy after this for when I head back to the ag deck. That's great. I'm glad you like it. This is seriously delicious. Have you always been a chef? I've never worked as one professionally, if that's what you're asking. But I've always liked cooking. It always made me happy to see my family and friends enjoy the meals I made them. Yes! Food is my love language. And seeing you enjoying this meal now, I feel like I made the right choice coming here. You know, your aunt told me once that she saw it as an honor to get to cook for people. That it made her glad to know that no matter how bad of a day someone was having, once they came into the Milkyway Diner, they'd at least leave with a full belly and a better mood. I feel a similar way about the work I do on the ag deck. I noticed you get pretty passionate when you talk about plants and stuff. I've always loved growing things. It's kind of like that happiness you said you get when you see people enjoy the food you cook for them. It makes me happy knowing the plants I take care of will go on to feed my community. There's so much warmth in his coral eyes. I can tell Adar means every single word. You're a really kind person, Adar. And so are you, Aqua. He says with a soft, kind smile. Together we finish our food, chatting a little here and there, but mostly just enjoying the meal and each other's company. That was delicious. Thank you for lunch, Aqua. Here, let me help you with the dishes. He grabs his bowl and gets up from his seat. Adar extends his hand towards my empty bowl, but I slide it out of his reach. He gives me a puzzled look.
You're very welcome, but do you normally ask to help with the dishes when you eat out? I asked jokingly. Adar lets out a little laugh of amusement.
No, but I'm not exactly a paying customer right now, am I? So let me give you a hand.
He reaches for the bowl again, and this time I let him take it. He walks behind the counter and heads to the sink. I made this meal to thank you, but now I can't help feel like I owe you again. Wash dishes. I join Adar at the sink, drying dishes as he finishes washing them, and putting everything back in its place. Together, cleanup goes quickly. I wipe down the counters quickly, and the diner is just as I found it once again. Thanks for helping me clean up, Adar, and for bringing those ingredients too.
Anytime, Aqua. And thank you for lunch. I have to head back to the egg deck now. What are you going to do with the rest of your day?
I think I'm gonna head to my room now and take a rest. It's been a long day already, and the afternoon's barely started. Together, we walk out of the Milky Way Diner, and I turn off the lights as I leave. We stand outside the diner on the promenade.
Sounds like a good plan. You should take it easy. I'll see you soon. Let me give you my contact information. I used to drop off produce weekly for Cassie. I'll do the same for you. I can't guarantee I'll have the same stuff every week, though.
I hand him my palm pad, and he swiftly enters his details. He then hands the device back to me. That sounds great. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, Adar.
You too.
We smile and wave at each other as we go our separate ways. So that's the big softie. As I draw closer to block 3, I hear voices coming down the hall. Oh yeah, I get to meet my roommates.
No, dang it. Not again. There's gotta be a way out of this.
I told you, you've got to keep your eye on your opponent's rook. I round the bend and take my surroundings. There's a large common area with a sunken conversation pit. This is going to be the person that hates me, I can tell. Where 2 people, a human with red hair and a Sketrian, are playing hollow chess. Oh, are you heading out, Jade? Okay, take care. I'm so glad you can hang out. Yeah, I'm excited. There is an opening in the right wall leading to a common kitchen and 3 doors which I assume lead to the residents' apartments. This human game is far too simple, and I believe with this move, the Sketrian moves the aforementioned rook and captures the human's king. I win, and your credits are mine. The red-haired human looks crushed.
Common status. Best it's 2 out of 3.
That's not what we agreed upon. Besides, I've got work to do. The Sketrian, Seteth, looks up from the board and his eyes fix on me. The human follows his gaze, theirs landing on me, and their face instantly breaks out into a smile. Hello! I give a small wave.
Hi there! You must be the new neighbor. Shiwa messaged me saying you'd be on your way soon. I'm Roswell. It's nice to meet you.
They climb out of the conversation pit and hold out their gloved hand to shake. Roswell's grip is firm, and their handshake is, well, enthusiastic. I'm Aqua. It's nice to meet you, too. I'm your new neighbor, I guess. I'm taking over the Milkyway Diner. Sorry for interrupting. It seems like you two were in the middle of a pretty heated battle. Hardly. I just finished claiming victory. Seteth turns off the holodeck and climbs out of the conversation pit as well, standing beside Roswell. I am Seteth Sasketarat. Seteth Sasketarat. Researcher. Roswell elbows him in the side.
Now do the thing, like we practiced.
They say out of the corner of their mouth. Seteth rolls his yellow eyes and extends a 3-fingered scaly hand, offering it for a handshake. I take his hand in mine. It feels odd, a bit cold, and far different shape than I'm used to, but altogether a well-executed gesture. After Seteth lets go, Roswell gives him a friendly pat on the back.
There you go, bud. You killed it.
Roswell leans in toward me and mock whispers,
Seteth was super nervous about making a good first impression of our new neighbor. He even asked for a refresher on human greeting customs.
I did not! Seteth sputters, embarrassed, his tail swishing back and forth in agitation. Well, for what it's worth, you did a good job. What is the Sketrian greeting custom? I want to know what a Sketrian greeting custom is. What is the Sketrian greeting custom? I'm grateful you made the effort, and well, my voice trails off. I really should have brushed up on my interspecies relations before coming all the way out here. Seteth clears his throat and shifts awkwardly.
Well, the thing is, how should I put this?
Roswell leans in towards me and whispers under her breath.
Sketrian greetings are kind of, intimate.
By mammal standards. It's hardly my fault you're also weird about your chests. I'm sorry, chests? Seteth pinches the bridge of his nose and sighs.
Allow me to demonstrate. Roswell suddenly looks very interested in their palm pad, averting their eyes and absently scrolling through messages. Sedith turns to the empty space on his side and folds his left arm behind his back. Okay. First, I would make a fist over my heart with my right hand like so, and then reach out and place my palm over your heart. Sedith mimes the motion into empty space, keeping his palm in position for about 3 seconds. His movements are gentle and undeniably graceful. He then puts down his arms and turns back to face me. You would then reciprocate the same gesture. In essence, it is an expression of trust, a way to prove that you are no threat. Having another's claws right above your heart is a risky position to put oneself in, after all. I glance down at Sedith's hands, 3 massive, thick yellowed claws at the end of his strong, scaly digits. There is also this gesture as an alternative. He puts down his middle finger and makes an arching gesture from his forehead outward. Puts down his middle finger and makes an arching gesture from his forehead outward. As a non-Sketrian, this will suffice. We understand that other species don't have the same boundaries as we do. Though if I were to introduce myself to another member of my own species this way, it would come off as cold at best and hostile at worst. I see. In that case...
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be living here, you know?
I step in front of Sedith. I'm a bit nervous, but there's no going back now. I steady myself and just go for it. I mimic Sedith's actions from before, folding my left arm behind my back and making a fist with my right over my heart. I then reach out and gently place my hand over Sedith's heart. Time slows down a bit at that moment. Even through his clothes, I can feel that his body is colder than a human's, and I can feel his heart. Sedith's heart, beating hard and fast under my hand, his chest rising and falling under my palm. I look towards his face, and a small smile is playing on his lips. I feel heat rise in my face and realize a second too long has passed. I remove my hand back quickly, as if burned by a stove. If Sedith notices, he says nothing. It is good to meet you, Aqua, Sedith says with a warm tone. Left hand behind his back, he makes a fist with his right hand, places it over his heart, and then reaches out and places his palm over my chest where my heart lays. His large, cold-clawed hand is still and unmoving on my chest, feeling my heartbeat. I understand why this is an expression of trust for his species. He could rip the heart out of my chest if he wanted to, literally. It's good to meet you too, Sedith. After the 3 longest seconds of my life, Sedith removes his hand from my chest. As if on cue, Roswell puts their palm pad back in their pocket. See what I mean? Intimate. Sedith clears his throat. Anyway, welcome to Block 3. Yeah, welcome! How was your flight? Did it go okay? It's a long way from the Helios system. Are you from the Helios system too? Nope, I was born on the Caspar. That's one of the 3 original human extrasolar mobile space settlements, right? Jesus, that's a mouthful. The 3 Magi, as they are called, are 3 massive ships that left the Helios system not long after first contact with the Galactic Assembly, almost 2 centuries ago. Built with the help of the Assembly as a token of goodwill, the residents were the first humans to set out and join the galactic community. Lots of those original passengers ended up settling in established GA colonies. Some would go on to settle fringe planets, but a significant population decided the ships were their home now. They would journey on, exploring the galaxy as generations passed. I remember the first time I took a long-haul transport off the Caspar. It was budget, of course, and I felt like I had the worst hangover for days after being in the pod. Same thing happened when I traveled to the Hesperides. I went to the Milkyway Diner feeling like literal death, and Cassie made the most amazing soup. Poof. Hangover feeling is gone. I swear it was like... Roswell stops mid-sentence, seemingly remembering in that moment that Aunt Cassie is gone. They shake their head and blink back the tears that start to form in her eyes. Your aunt was a real great lady. The Milky Way Diner means a lot to all of us here. It's really great that you're carrying on that legacy and keeping it open. Sedith nods his head solemnly. She really was something. I ate pretty much all my meals there. We both did. Nothing beats Cass's spicy fried spiny bugs. Roswell sighs wistfully, and Sedith rolls his eyes again. Cass's cooking was indeed very good, but that dish is simply a waste of perfectly good spiny bugs. No, it's not! Fried spiny bugs are literally my second favorite food of all time. What is it you humans like to say? You could deep fry crickets and they would taste good. Oh, circuits. And they would taste good. All you're tasting is oil, salt, and starch. You can hardly taste the delicate flavor of the meat under all that batter. I personally prefer them simmered. I like to actually enjoy my bugs for what they are. I'm sorry, spiny bugs? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but as far as what they look like and taste, I'm drawing a blank. You really haven't left the Helios system. They're huge out here in GA space and in the colonies. Super tasty, much more substantial than the crickets you get in the Helios system. Okay, I think it was crickets. You'll love them. Cassie once said they taste kind of like lobster, which I've never had, but I think it's supposed to be good. They're a specialty from my home planet. Adar breeds them on the agricultural deck. You can ask him to bring you a couple to sample. That's good to know. I'm actually kind of curious. I bet they taste great simmered. I tried lobster one time back home on Mars. It was pretty good. I think it was poached. Anyways, it was tasty, so I'm sure spiny bugs will be tasty too. I'm confident they will be to your liking. Scatrian food is the best in the galaxy after all. Whoa there, Set. Aren't scientists supposed to refrain from making biased statements like that? In matters concerning research, of course, but we're discussing preference at this time, so I think I'm in the clear. I really do want to learn more about Scatrian food. I tasted some ruby fruit at Sketra Chili's for the first time today, and they were delicious. Remind me to share with you a list of some of the greatest dishes my home planet has to offer. If you add them to the diner's menu, I'm sure any Scatrians who visit will be thrilled for a taste of home. Scatrians like yourself, for example? Seta starts getting visibly flustered once again. Who among us doesn't appreciate the taste of home? Besides, like I said, best food in the galaxy. Roswell snaps her fingers as if something just came to them. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I have a welcome present for you. A present? Yeah, just a little welcome to the neighborhood gift. Roswell leans down and grabs a small duffel bag that was sitting on the couch. They dig around for a moment before pulling out a lumpy ball wrapped in festively patterned reusable cloth and handed it to me. Oh, thank you. Should I open it now or later in my room? Sorry. Definitely now. I want to see the look on your face. Yes, I too am rather curious to see how you will respond. Between Seta's amusement and Roswell's naked enthusiasm, I feel a little bit nervous. Could this be a prank of some kind? No, these two don't seem the type to haze their new neighbor. Tentatively, I open the wrapping to reveal a fuzzy blue ball with big ears. Oh my god. Not a Furby. Not a space Furby. Its robotic yellow eyes click open and I flinch, almost dropping the contraption. Yikes! Whoa, easy there. I steady myself and take another look at it. Some kind of pet bot? The kind that's pretty popular with kids, but it's not any creature I recognize. Do you like it? I know it can be hard adjusting to a new place. I found this little cutie in a box of Kayatri scraps KL brought me from Rannon and fixed them up to keep you company. They're supposed to be a rune. Well, a cartoonish interpretation of one. Kale said they were super popular on her homeworld when she was a cub. Don't hold back. I told Roswell it was a bit of a juvenile idea. That's just another word for fun. Anyway, be honest. The little robot starts to let out a slight rumbling, mechanical purr. There's no denying the sound is comforting in its own way. Can you imagine if I was like, well, I love it! It's really cute. A bit creepy, but cute. Creepy cute. Exactly. Seta shudders. It stares into your soul. Right into your soul. That's the part of the room's charm. Cal told me the wilds of Rannon, they immobilize their prey with their stare. Thanks so much, Roswell. It was so thoughtful of you. I really do love it. Hey, Lady and Labber, it is a Furby, right? Roswell blushes, beaming with happiness, their smile bright and as warm as sunshine. I feel myself starting to blush a little too. I had a feeling you'd be a fan. I'm more than a fan. This little kitty and me are going to be the best of friends. Hearing that, the little pet bot rune starts purring even more. Oh, this is... yeah. What does it do? Well, it's got basic AI. It will respond if you pet it or pick it up or talk to it. It can give off a little heat too. You can also ask it for the weather. What weather? We live on a space station. Okay, fine. It will tell you the weather if you take it planetside. Or the news. They make a pointed glance at Seth, which is relevant everywhere. It's even got a built-in speaker function, so it can play your music. All of which the AI system built into your living quarters can do. Yes, but You can't cuddle with the living quarters, AI.
No, you cannot. Score 1 for the rune.
If you ever need any maintenance on it or anything else, give me a shout. I'm the head tech on the Hesperides. If it's broken, I can fix it.
Just then, an alarm on Roswell's palm pad sounds.
Speaking of which, duty calls. I better get back to the tech office.
And I should head back to the lab. It was good to meet you, Aqua. You guys as well.
Hey, I have an idea. Why don't we all head to Wayfarer's Rest for drinks tonight? A little welcome party for a new friend. What do you say? We'll meet you after we're done working for the day.
I'll try my best to make it. I've got this experiment to...
It can wait. Come on, Sedith. Live a little.
I live plenty. Yeah, that sounds fun. I guess I'll see you two later. I'm gonna drop my stuff off in my room and get settled in a little.
Yeah, rest up. Take care, Aqua. See you later.
Sedith gives me a friendly wave before turning around and walking out of the block with Roswell and following behind. Now, I believe you have credits to transfer to me.
Ah, here I was hoping you'd forget.
Ah, it's my room. I walk over to the door for room 3 and scan my wrist chip. The door slides open and I take my first step into my new home, carrying the rune in my arms as it continues to purr away. My bags were left in the sunken entry alcove, placed carefully by the delivery bot from earlier, I presume. I remove off my shoes and take a look around the room. It's cozier than I expected it to be. There's a bathroom and little kitchenette, as she would describe. There's also a sleeping nook with plush-looking sheets and a warm golden glow coming from lights in the walls of the nook. Finally, there's a surprisingly large window looking out into space. I can see the distant blinking sights of one of the stable wormhole entrances and the occasional flashes of starships zipping by. It's peaceful. I place the little room pet bot on the shelf by my bed. Its little robot eyes blink a couple times, looking around the room. I hope I can collect. I hope there's like things to collect to set here. A little voice calls from inside the pet bot. The speakers crackle a little with age. What the? I take a seat on the bed and lean in till I'm eye level with the rune. The little robot creature's ears move up and down as it looks at me. Are you speaking Kaetri? I don't speak Kaetri. Sorry, little buddy. The rune closes its eyes for a few moments and rumbles a little. When the rumbling stops, it opens them again.
Language path updated to Galactic Assembly Standard Dialect. Hello, friend. What's your name?
It's Aqua.
Hello, Aqua. Is there a name you would like me to respond to?
What should we call it? What should we call it? New friend. Help. Oh, what am I gonna call it? Okay, wait. If I'm Aqua Gem. Oh, let's call it a gem. Let's call it, what's a good name for a gem? Opal? Opal.
Okay, I'll go by Opal from now on. Do you want to play?
Maybe some other time, little buddy. I want to take a nap. I say, peeling off my traveling clothes and flopping onto the bed. Somehow it's even comfier than it looked. I crawl under the covers and let out a contented sigh. Lights off. I call out and the lights of the room switch off. I turn over in bed and look into the little room's glowing eyes. Can you wake me up in a couple hours?
Of course, my friend Aqua. Sweet dreams.
I close my eyes and almost immediately fall asleep. When I wake from my nap, it's about an hour and a half before I'm supposed to meet Roswell and Seteth at the Wayfarer's Rest. I unpack my bags, take a refreshing water shower, not a sonic one, and get dressed. I figure it won't hurt to be a bit early, so I decide to head to Wayfarer's Rest and have a drink while I wait. You know what? There is a lot in this demo. Also, look at this. This is gorgeous. I want to be here for real. I walk into the Wayfarer's Rest. It's a dim space sparsely lit with neon. There are a handful of patrons scattered around occupying tables and stools along the bar. I decide to grab myself a spot at the counter. I look over one of the small drink menus on the bar, and as expected, none of the cocktails are anything I'm familiar with. Oh, hello. The person behind the bar, a Katri with long hair wearing incredibly fine clothes, walks over to where I sit. They're purple. He places a glass of water in front of me and on a purple cloth napkin and gives me an easy smile. Welcome to Wayfarer's Rest, dear guest. I'm Laro. Is there anything I can get started for you, or would you like a bit more time with the menu? I look over the unfamiliar list of drinks with alien ingredients. I recognize a few of them now thanks to Adar, but it's not enough to really know what I want. What would you recommend? Depends on what you like. I'm sure I can make you something that will be to your taste. In that case, something sweet. I'd like something sweet. Then I have just the thing. Lara busies himself, taking bottles of liquor off the shelf behind him and mixing the ingredients together with a practiced efficiency. Once he's finished, oh look, it's the berries! I think those are the berries that I chose, right? Yeah, Keshri berries. Once he's finished, he places a glass before me filled with a deep purple liquid. There are 2 small blossoms floating on top, along with what I guess are 3 skewered Keshri berries. Here you go. This is called a sumakta. It means spring twilight. Oh my god! Okay, not a word of a lie. I usually order a Twilight when I go to a certain restaurant that I like. I get the Twilight, and it's purple, just like this. And it's a classic Katri drink. I take a sip, and the drink tastes sweet as candy. There's the unmistakable flavor of Keshri berries, with a floral note, and a wine like a tannic taste at the end. It's delicious. What's in it? A bit of Keshri sat, some takmo, and a little Keshri blossom syrup. So, what brings you to the Hesperides, dear guest? And would you honor me by sharing your name? Lara asks, his voice smooth as velvet. I'm Aqua. I just moved here today. I'm to take over management of the Milkyway Diner. Lara's eyes narrow slightly at my response. Ah, so that's why you asked. He says, still smiling, but there's a coldness to his tone that wasn't there before. Oh no, he thinks I'm gonna steal his ingredients? You're here to steal my recipes, scope out the competition. Maybe you're looking to add a cocktail menu to the Milky Way Diner. Kale told me about the new chef when she dropped off my delivery today. He makes a point of looking me up and down, sizing me up with his cat-like gaze. Oh no, is this gonna be the person that doesn't like me? She said you were cute for a human, but I don't quite know if I see it or not. He leans casually on the counter behind him, arms folded, his eyes locked on mine. Are we really competition? Or maybe, and this is crazy, I'm just here to enjoy a drink while I wait for my friends. Besides, are we really in competition? I ask matter-of-factly and unamused. You run a bar, and I run a diner. Those are pretty different niches. You don't have anything to worry about. Were you and my aunt competitors or something? Is that why you suddenly got all cagey the second you learned who I am? I asked, taking another sip of my drink, which is annoyingly good. We were friendly rivals, he says with a grin as he busies himself with cleaning glassware. I guess there would be a bit of competition for customers who are just passing through. I think this station is big enough for the both of us. I really do think the station is big enough for the both of us. There's no reason we can't get along. Do you not see me as competition? I'm hurt. Do you want me to see you as competition? Laro shrugs. This guy sure is an interesting character. Friendly rivals, then. I ask, raising my glass. Friendly rivals, Laro says as he sets about prepping what looks to be garnishes for cocktails. As I continue to sip my drink, my eyes wander to the shelves of unfamiliar bottles. So what's in all these different bottles? I ask, pointing to the shelves behind Laro. It's not all alcohol, right? Not at all, Laro answers. Arulians can't consume alcohol, nor can the Naru, but they have their own beverages that produce altered states. There's dream flower nectar from the Arulian system. Laro turns around and pulls down a round bottle filled with a thick golden yellow substance, placing it on the counter for me to examine. It has a lovely sweet flavor and a mild psychedelic effect I find rather enjoyable myself. And humans drink it too? Yes, the Naru can as well. Sadly, Sketrians are a bit sensitive to some of the compounds found within, so they generally don't consume it. Not unless they're looking to have a very wild night. I see, I say, picking up the bottle and turning it over in my hand, watching the golden sparkling liquid swirl around inside. And this is Quilum, the Naru drink of choice. Lara explains, pulling another bottle down from the shelf. This one is tall and skinny and filled with a mysterious iridescent-looking liquid.
It's made from puff-puff fish venom. Sadly, Kayatri can't enjoy this, but it's safe for you humans. I've been told it induces a lovely mellow high.
I guess it makes sense that not every species can consume the same thing safely. Lara nods thoughtfully.
It is indeed a very important thing to consider when you're providing food to multiple species. I've got a lot to learn if I don't want to end up accidentally poisoning someone. That would be bad for your business.
He muses before adding with a devilish smile.
But potentially good for mine.
All right. I hear the bar door behind me chime, and a familiar, friendly voice calls out.
Hey, Aqua, you made it!
It's Roswell, right? Yeah. I turn around to see Roswell with Vega in tow.
I hope you don't mind that I invited Vega along. She mentioned you guys had met.
Vega gives me a friendly little wave. Not at all. Good to see you again. Roswell looks behind me and waves at the bartender.
Hey, Laro. Welcome, dear guests. Please take a seat wherever you like.
Roswell and Vega walk over and join me at the bar.
Laro, can I get a bottle of Keshak, please?
Lara nods pleasantly, taking a purple glass bottle out from under the counter and popping off the cap before handing it to Roswell. What's that? Is it any good?
It's kind of like a beer, so I like it.
They take a drink from the bottle.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
Why don't you carry any human drinks here, Lara?
Oh, I used to carry some Martian beer, but Roswell and Cassie were the only ones who ever ordered it.
Lara shrugs.
It was a business decision. I feel personally victimized by this business decision. You're lucky this Keshak is so good. Oh, I'll have one of those as well, please.
Lara raises an eyebrow at Vega.
I'm sorry, miss, but I'm afraid I can't serve you Keshak. It's alcoholic.
Oh, right. Oops, silly me. Vega laughs awkwardly. It's her first time out of her home system, too. I explain to Lara.
How about a Dreamflower Rochette Fizz instead?
He asks, turning to Vega.
Sure, that works too.
Lara turns around and busies himself with preparing Vega's drink. So, what's the status of your ship? I turn to Vega and ask.
Respectfully, it's not a ship, it's a fossil. Hey! No offense.
Roswell raises her hands.
It's an Arulian Realthar. That class of ship hasn't been in production for like 75 years. I'm impressed that it's even still operational. I doubt it would even pick up on most modern scanners. Vega's lucky the sensors we have on the station are also fossils.
Sorry, just a second. Okay, I'm back.
I doubt it would even pick up on most modern scanners. Vega's lucky the sensors we have on the station are also fossils. The rescue team might not have reached her in time otherwise. I told Vega that I could fix it, but it's gonna take me a while to find the compatible parts I'm missing. I said she'd be better off cutting her losses and flying commercial, but I said that I'd rather just wait.
Vega says, cutting Roswell off.
It's not like I'm in a hurry. Besides, the station seems nice.
Here's your reset fish, Miss Vega.
Lara says, placing the drink and a napkin in front of Vega with a smile.
Thank you. Lara, right?
Correct. A pleasure.
The door chime goes off again.
Over here, Adar. Sitteth.
Roswell calls, waving them both over to the bar. They turn to me apologetically.
Okay, so maybe I didn't just also invite Vega along. I thought a welcome party would be fun. The others should be here soon too.
The others?
Yeah, Shiwu, Saria, and Kale. You've met them all, right?
I have.
Great. It's gonna be a great night.
Roswell turns to Sedith and Adar.
Hey guys, this is Vega.
They motion towards Vega with a flourish.
She's also new to the station. Her starship exploded and she's very lucky to be not dead.
Vega bows towards Adar. She then greets Sedith with an arcing gesture from her forehead outwards with her right hand.
It is a pleasure to meet you both.
Nice to meet you, Vega.
It's nice to meet you too.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be hard. Everybody in the same room.
Adar says with a polite bow. I can tell he's making an effort to speak louder so he can be understood. Over the music and conversations, he tilts his head slightly as he looks at Vega. I'm sorry to ask, but have we met before? Vega shifts a little at Adar's question. Oh, she's like some royalty or something on the lam, right? She's like run away from home. Something sneaky. Something's going on here. No, why? Of course. Sorry I asked. You look so familiar, but I can't quite remember now. I guess I just have one of those faces, Vega says with an uncomfortable laugh, turning to continue talking to Roswell. Anything I can get you boys? I'll have a Sakash neat, please. And I'll have a Nectar Spritz, please. Coming right up. Lara returns and gets to work on their drinks. Did you guys both have a good rest of your day? I asked Setath and Adar. It was productive. I've been wondering, what exactly is it you research out here, Setath? I'm a deep space biophysicist. My area of study involves a particular near microscopic species that lives in the vacuum of space called Tarsex. Oh, Tarsex! Weren't they in, Oh no, I'm thinking tardigrades. I'm thinking about, Disco. Star Trek Disco. They're particularly drawn to areas where the fabric of space and time is a bit looser, so the nexus points of four stable wormholes is an ideal place to collect samples and study them. But how does the species even survive in the vacuum of space? The answer to that question is a bit too complicated for this setting, but perhaps you could come by my lab someday, and I could explain my research a bit more thoroughly then. That'd be really cool. I'd be happy to take you up on that. I turn to Adar. Did you have a good day too, Adar? He nods. We transferred some strawberry seedlings to the grow towers. You grow strawberries here too? When will they be ready to harvest? In about 2 weeks. I'll include some in your produce delivery once they're ready. I'm looking forward to it. Gonna make a pie or a crumble. I'd love some as well. Lara says, handing Adar and Setath their drinks. I have a great idea for a new cocktail. This gotta be Kale, right? All right, let's get this party started. Yeah, there she is. Calls a familiar voice from the entrance of the bar. I look over to see Kale stride into the Wayfarer's Rest. Laro, Sek, Kevo, Takmo Rash, Savarushma. Lara responds in Kayatri and pours Kale a shot of clear alcohol. In a shocking turn of events, the mermaids in Coral Island are also hot. Oh, you hadn't seen them yet, Alistair? Uh-huh. There's a lot of pretty people under the sea in Coral Island. She takes the shot from Lara, slams it back in one swift motion. Woo! And that's what I'm talking about. She exclaims, then turns to Roswell. Hey, Sparky. Roswell and Kale share a high five that becomes a surprisingly elaborate secret handshake. She then turns to Adar, giving him a friendly pat on the back. Sprout, my man, how are those seeds I brought you back last time doing? They're doing great. They just started germinating. Love to hear it. Seta, thought it was fun to see you out in your science cave. The word you're looking for is laboratory. Yeah, but science cave is just way more fun to say. And you... Kale says, turning to me with a bright smile. How was your day, sugar? I hear Seta mutter. You really could not wait till Aqua got settled before trying to charm her, huh? Kale shoots him an icy glare before turning back to me. It was pretty good, I'd say. Lots of new friends, as you can see. I have to ask, are you gonna keep calling me that from now on? Not unless you ask me to stop. I don't mind. I like nicknames. No, I don't mind. Vega taps twice on Kale's shoulder to get her attention. Hello. We haven't met yet. I'm Vega. Oh, hi. Sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you there. As Kale and Vega introduce themselves to one another, my attention shifts to the two other people entering the Wayfarer's Rest, Shiwu and Saria. They walk over and join us at the bar. Ah, yes, doctor and officer. Anything I can get you, my dear guests? I'll take a glass of Quilum. Just some iced tea with mineral water, please. Coming right up. Lara says with an easy smile. How are you feeling? Much better, thanks for asking. Of course. We'll try not to keep you out so late. You need your rest to adjust to GA standard time. Days are a bit longer than you're probably used to. Speaking of rest, she turns to Shiwu. Are you getting enough rest, Shiwu? The meds you gave me are doing their job, helping me fall asleep, but I still find myself waking up multiple times in the night. I see. Come by my office tomorrow and we'll talk more. Maybe I could make you something that could help. Lara offers, placing Shiwu and Saria drinks on the counter in front of them. I'll remind you that I'm 2 years sober. Shiwu says with an exasperated sigh. Something non-alcoholic. I'm hurt you'd think I'd disrespect your sobriety like that. Though if you need someone to come to your room and read you a bedtime story. Lara winks at Shiwu suggestively, but he completely ignores Lara, totally unfazed by his comment. Shiwu takes a sip of his iced tea. Honestly, why does everyone on this station care about how much sleep I get? Because I wouldn't mind a bedtime story. Aww. Well, that may be true, but you have friends. Because you have friends who care about you. Aqua is right. We just all want to see you happy and healthy. Me especially, as your friend and as your physician. I know, I'm just not the biggest fan of being fretted over so much. I can take care of myself. Still, I appreciate it. I'll come by the medbay on my break tomorrow. Can I come and see you tomorrow too, Saria? Oh, Saria? Sorry. Oh, of course you can, Aqua. But didn't you just say you were feeling much better? I am, but I might have some trouble adjusting to the time change, like you said. I wouldn't mind getting a chance to see you again. Well, I have plenty of time to talk tonight. I'll be happy to give you a quick checkup tomorrow should any problems arise. If you'd like to make a social call, I'd appreciate it if we met outside office hours. I need to give my patients my full attention while I'm working. I hope you understand. Yeah, of course. Sorry if I overstepped there. Not at all. I'm flattered you want to get to know me better. Saria says, the tips of her hair turning a soft magenta. Cute! Lurk to fetch the smallest tears, no worries, Alistair. Drive safe. As conversations continue, Roswell climbs onto the bar. They stand on the counter and call out to the assembled group. All right, can I have your attention? Now that everyone's here? Please get off the bar. Right, sorry. Roswell hops off the bar and back onto their seat. As I was saying, let's make a toast. Ah, there's everybody! Hell yeah! To new friends and the grand reopening of the Milky Way Diner. Cheers! Cheers! Thank you for playing Love at the Milky Way Diner! If you enjoyed this demo, please consider backing our Kickstarter so we can make the full version a reality. Heck yeah! Oh my gosh. This was so fun. Perfect. Perfect. It's so good. Oh, there's no option to look at the art yet, I don't think. But I bet you there'll be some on the Kickstarter. Oh, that was excellent. That was so fun. I'm going to highlight that and bring it up for my YouTube so that it's ready to go for Monday. Yay! I'm so glad we could do that. I really did. I'm really enjoying it. Honestly. We're going to get that Kickstarter funded. I'm invested now. We're going to do it. It'll be a blast. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad it came across. Like I said, it was so random. A friend was like, hey, this looks like something you might be interested in. And it's, Pride Month and you know what I mean? So I was just like, yes, frick yeah. I want to try more cooking. I'm excited. All the designs are so cute. All right. So I don't have to finish as early because my daughter's practice got moved up. So I think we're going to play some Minecraft because I've got to get to work on the build challenge. Oh, I just saw, did you see they added Vecna into DBD? My son was actually just playing it earlier, so I was watching, and I didn't realize that it was Matt Mercer voicing the Lich, which is amazing. Okay, I'm going to BRB because I want to refill my water, and I'm going to launch Minecraft, and let me
Edit the stream info. Ba, 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 ba. Done and done. And yeah, I'm gonna BRB so I can refill my water, and I will be back and we'll play some Minecraft. See you soon. Brampton. I'm not judging you, but like, exclamation mark, yikes. Oh, is that an explosion? I think it is. Oh! That was wild. I love that I was like, is that an explosion? Like I'm like leaning into it, just and it just sends Cobra flying, allowing me to win the race. That was awesome! Ah, we did it! Oh my gosh! Congratulations! You were my 600th follower. What? We have to, okay, I'm gonna make a moment. I'm doing a moment. How do we make a moment? Where's Cobra? Help me. Help me make a moment. Moment? Slash moment? I can. Drones, I don't mean to rush you. I know you're feeling tired, but what? Drones, no, you don't have time for another loop around. Drones, you gotta go. Drones, you gotta go. Go! No! Oh my god! Oh my god, you just made it. Woo! Good to go. Any more letters? What? Ooh. That wasn't a jump. That wasn't. That doesn't. In my mouth? Oh.
Would you believe me if I said I was lost in,
You're not. You're lying. Where did you go? You had Patsy. You had one job. You gotta do right. You gotta do right by that horse for it. You could do it. We believe in you. We're cheering you on. Easy, easy round that corner. Okay. Okay, you're doing good. Hi, Cobra! You just gotta hit this jump right. You can't be on an angle. Ellie said I'm gonna pop out so I can finish Smart for Kickstarter. Thank you so much again. No problem. I was happy to play the demo. It was a great time. And I'm looking forward to the Kickstarter launch and sharing. And like I said, maybe we'll get in touch about some voice work. That would be awesome. Cobra, how's your day? What's happening? You just missed me play the cutest demo. It was so good. You've got to go back and watch it. I'm gonna highlight it. And I might download it and bring it to my YouTube as well. I gotta start sharing stuff over on my YouTube. But yeah, it was so cute. I was like blushing from the get-go, first of all. And also everyone's cute. I don't know who I'm gonna romance. I love well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I got opinions already. How's your Thursday, Cobra? What's happening? I do have to end the stream a little bit early today because tonight my son is going to prom. So I have to help him get ready and give him a ride and get him where he needs to go and everything. So, oh, there's a cat here in my... Here we go. But yes, very cute game. I'm excited. I hope the Kickstarter does well. I want to play more. And I like the cooking sim idea too.
Oh yeah, I know what I was doing. I was getting things ready to make a mud machine. Oh, why did I put that there? That needs to be... Not that one. This one. Didn't realize it was so later. I've been here earlier. No worries. No worries. Where's my history? I was making some signage earlier because I'm doing the creator spotlight on Saturday at my local comic book shop. And I want to make sure that I have a UPC code printed so people can scan and donate, because I'm really hoping I can get some more donations. We hit our $1,000 goal, so our next... Oh, why isn't it? Oh yeah, it's down here. Our next goal is $12.50, and that will guarantee a 24-hour stream during the Thankmas stream. That's what will give us. Okay. Oh, Witchy. Hi. Yes, I'm streaming. Hi, Michi. You've been lurking. Okay. Did you see the game? Did you see how cute the Love of the Milky Way Galaxy game is? Okay, I think what I want to do, I want to make one of these smaller huts like a mud machine. A lot of these huts are so skinny. Wasn't it cute? And the designs were so cute too. See, I'd love to make this one, but this is where my zombie is. Maybe we could do this one. Super duper cute. It really was. Why? That's gonna bug me. It needs to go this way. Okay, let's see. How much room do I need here? So, oh, shush, 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 shush. Okay, chest. I want them to like look down over top so I can see. Spencer. Sorry, I'm just seeing the layout of this because I want to make sure I could build it inside here. And I think I can. So we've got 3 by 3 so far. I think that's it. I think it's 3 by 3. Oh no, wait. 1, 2, 3, it's 3 by 4. Okay. Oh, but this is 3 by 3. No! Maybe it will fit in this one then. But I think this one's only... What if I moved it back a wall? I think that's the way to go. Maybe we'll put stuff away. These in here. Okay, that's going well. I've got 2 more of these and then I'll cook some more glass. Must have patience. We'll do that, and then we'll cook this, and put some more of that in there. And I want to make I think I need 32. Oh, and maybe I need more than that. As for the shepherd's house, I want it to go. And then the oh, I don't have any more acacia. Oh wait, what am I doing? Actually, maybe this will work. These are all going to be doorways, so I don't think we have to worry about that. I'm going to put this in here for now. So what about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, I'm going to need way more. I'm going to take that. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go. Nope. Okay, and then we're gonna go out 1, right? Yes. And actually, I think I'm gonna do this as well. So it's all matchy-matchy. So this is exactly 3 by 4. Hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. Also, I hope it's high enough. I think it will be. I might have to go back even farther. We'll see. Let's put these walls up. I like that sound of the stripped wood. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's okay. Now I chat here. Sounds like a plan. What are you up to today? Michi. Sup, Queasy? How's it going? Oh my gosh, Queasy, you just missed the cutest frickin' demo. You gotta go to Love at the Milky Way Diner. Oh my god. All y'all yelling each other's names. Like absolute lunatics. Should I put a window in the sides here? No, because it's a mud machine. Okay. What do I need for my mud machine? Let's open our chest here. Okay. Oh yeah, I need 2 redstone comparators and 2 redstone torches and a piece of redstone. Go back to that for a minute. Alright, let's see what's what here. Just all of you guys. EG, Queasy, Gaga. Put our bricks back. Yeah, did you figure that out? Aqua! Yeah, is chat still being a struggle for you? I'll just use these because I don't need anything fancy. I need redstone. So actually, I think we need to go diving in this aquifer and see if we can find some redstone. Because I don't even have any back at Cherry Peak. I think if we're... Oh, you know what I should bring with me? A door. And then I don't have to worry about drowning.
I thought I had a door. There we go. Always bring 2, just in case. I'm gonna put all of our stuff in here for now. Oh my god, I have no room for anything. Let's move all this into the other chest, and that way I can always put these in here. That, and we'll put the glass in there. Okay, okay. Put that there. I've got enough food. Let's go caving. You have a bunch of redstone dust? So, is it okay if I take stuff from you? Because I don't know if Lofi, like, what are the rules? Sploosh! Ooh, there's ooh, diamonds. Come here, diamonds. Oops, I forgot I had silk touch on. Oh, that's fine. If there's any more in here? No, just iron. Ah! Not seeing any redstone yet. Oh, there's some. Oh my god, this... What is happening? Where's my door? There we go. Oh shoot. Gotta use my other one. Okay, we good? Anything else? Anywhere else? No? Might be good to get some deep slate too, actually, while I'm here. Ooh, diamonds! No, that's not helpful at all. No! You know what? We'll do it like this. What's my inspo for the town? I mean, I'm really trying to keep it. Oh, there was a bloody thing right here. How much redstone did they? Oh, 22. That's pretty good. I really am trying to keep it to the biome. I think things will get, and also like a lot of my builds, I like them to be functional as well as aesthetic. So that's why I've done like working farms. So I have a what am I trying to do here? You know, I have my corn and potato and carrot farm. I have my villager breeder. I have my cow farm that'll give me leather and steak. And then I'm gonna have, you know, a sheep farm with shepherds. Like it's gonna be very like savanna coated, and then down into the swamp it's gonna get a little more maybe magical, I guess. That's where like the clerics is gonna get a little witchy, you know what I mean? But I really want to keep the sort of bones of the savannah, like the original village, and just sort of clean it up and then get some like functional things up here, pathways, just kind of upgrade everything, you know, while still holding on to the original. That's kind of what my idea for it is. the lore is that the village is sort of, well, one, they would have been a normal village, but one, they ended up with this massive portal here, right? So that brought in some like supernatural elements. And then the like spooky swamp, they kind of worship like frogs and the supernatural in that way. So that's kind of how, that's the lore that's building so far for me in my head. Any other? Oops, hello, sir. I don't see any redstone though. I love that this is like just a huge hollow mountain. That's so wild. Okay, we've got redstone, so we need 2 dispensers. Which means we need 2 bows. We need 2 dispensers and... That's a dispenser. What's the other thing called? I need 2 comparators. Oh, that takes nether quartz. I have some. I think I have some. Dispenser is only 1 redstone. Okay, that's good. So let's get our... Oh, I need my cobblestone. Throw that there. How do we do bows again? Like this. And then... Yeah. 1, 2. And then bow. This and redstone, I believe. Yes. Dispensers. What's the other? I need redstone torches. So if I need 2 comparators and 2 torches, that means I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 torches. 8. And then... It's not called an observer. What's the other one? I think we can have stuff from before the contest started. Yes, correct. But I don't know if we can trade from each other. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I feel like Lofi sort of designed it so that we are meant to trade with Lofi. God, I don't remember what it's called. It's gotta be with like... I do need to make a note block actually, but I won't do that right now. This is it. A dropper. That's what I need. Okay, that's easy. Awesome. Dropper. And then I need nether quartz. Where do I have some? I think I have some in Port Town. And it would be here. Uh-oh. Oh my god, do I not have any? I wonder if I have some up at Cherry Peak. Quartz. Oh, god, I'm gonna have to go to the Nether. But am I allowed to go to the Nether? How does this work? If I just need Nether quartz? Maybe there's some at the trade center. I only need 2 pieces. But I gotta go back to... Let me sleep. Okay, I'll bring my coins. And then let's see here if I can get some... Tree stuffs and other stuffs. Quartz? So, I don't think I can... The problem is, I don't think I can, once you... Why are there 2 smooth quartz blocks? Oh, block of quartz. Oops. I didn't do it. Wait, what am I supposed to do? No? Am I supposed to put this in here? Oh, is it empty? What do I do? Hold on a sec. Because I don't think quartz can be turned back into... But maybe a block of quartz can. Cannot be crafted back into it. Yeah. I was right. So buying a block of quartz doesn't help me. Why is that like that? Pretty trade important. Opening soon. Oh my god, it's so cute! Maybe I shouldn't be poking around in here. Second floor coin exchange and donation station. That's the coin exchange. Staff area. Yeah, that just gives me coins. That's the donation room. I know, he's so cute. With his little book. Oh, he's taking some damage. Alright, what am I gonna do here? I just need to feed him. How do I feed him? What do I feed him? I don't know how to feed him. Let me check something. Oh, yeah, I gotta look at the item requests. Vending machine. Don't see something in this area in the vending machine that you will have to trade with me directly in game. Oh, okay. Okay, this is where I request. I need 2 nether quartz. Please. Right? To make a comparator? Yes. I have everything else. Alright. I can't believe I don't have any anywhere. Yeah, but I think because he has a book, I don't think I can give him other stuff. Just thinking. There's none here. Right? No. I got amethyst, but I don't have nether quartz. Unless... No. No. There's one more place I can check, but I really don't think it's there. Look how far away. That's where my world is. 22,000. That's where the village is. Oh my god. I only need 2 crystals. It's so frustrating. Just want to check my other, like, storage places just in case I threw some somewhere. Enderman? No. Keep placing random blocks. There's nothing here. Nope. What is this? How birth does look inside? That's so nice! Aw, Diz left me a little flower present. What is this thing? A kitchen counter? Oh my god. That's so cute. I think I must have walked by that. I don't know when he dropped that off. That is so cute. Diz, that's so adorable. Oh, that's so funny. I had no idea. That took me ages to find. I'm an idiot. Alright, I'm gonna check all of my storage, just in case. Oh, I do have a note block. I need one of those, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna check everything here, just in case. No more storage. Well, there's these, I guess. But this is all food. I know what's in here. This is my kitchen, so there's all food in here. This is my bookshelves. There's nothing in here. Nothing in any of these. Could be. It might be. I still have to build a sniffer pen, eh? Oh my god, I have so many cats. And rabbits. See, this is where it would be if I had it. I'm pretty sure I used... Oh! Maybe I have some left at Dark Bloom. Because that's where I used a bunch of quartz. That is so cute. I can't... I'm sad he's not here for when I found it. I'll have to clip it and send it to him. Oh god, I hate going through these woods when it's almost dark. The monsters will get me. I love approaching this build from, like, the map perspective. Oh, sir, excuse you. I love the knockback on this sword. Oh my god, there's another one over here. Where'd it go? No! Aw, shit. I thought I hit it. Oh no, my almonds. It's fine. Need to sleep. Yeah, maybe because I used a ton of quartz for the dragon's skeleton. Wait, what is... Yeah, there were no blocks in it. That's why the vending machine. Okay, I did throw... There's tools there. There. That's bone block. That's mushroom stem. God, maybe I don't have any. Oh, wait. Maybe I put some down in the vault? I don't feel like it would be a vault item. But it's worth taking a look. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, I did have a bunch of redstone though. Oops, I forgot about that. Ah, nothing. What are we doing there, buddy? You haven't run out of your bows yet. My prisoners. My orc prisoners. Do I have storage anywhere else here? I don't think so. I don't have any upstairs. I know that. This is just lapis. Oh my god, what are you doing here? Oh, imagine if you had nether quartz. You wouldn't though. Just potatoes. Where's your other llama? I just want to make sure it didn't spawn inside the... No, I think we're good. Anything in here? No. Okay, there's one more place I can check to see if I have any nether quartz. I don't think it's likely, but I can look at my frog light farm. I keep forgetting I made that. Hey, there's a zombo. Get out of here. will say, not having sharpness on this sword is a little rough. It needs like a sharpness 5 on it. Oh my gosh, so the radio station that I listen to at work in the morning is giving away Cyndi Lauper tickets because she's doing like her farewell tour. And I keep trying to win them. Tomorrow's gonna be the last day. Alright. Nope. Nada. Dang. I don't think I have any other storage around here. I'm positive I don't. Let me check. So if I want to find... Lofi says I can declare it as one of the biomes. I'm trying to decide. I know I definitely want jungle. So do I want to do jungle, plains, and... Jungle, plains, and nether? What was that? Oh. All this in the name of building one machine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to use from the nether, though. Like, not really, you know? Ugh. I don't know if I want to, like, use that up as one of my biome choices. Can't decide. I hope that mining anything from underneath my biome is okay. I don't think that's considered a different biome. Well, so the savanna and swamp are my base ones, and then I get 3 more, right? So I definitely want jungle, right? Because I have jungle here. And then, I mean, plains is... What is that? What is this? Oh, it's just dirt? It's weird. The only thing I'd really use plains for is like... I guess sand. Like, technically, this is... I don't know what biome... Yeah, this is still savanna. So I can still use all of that. That's still part of my base. What is that green block? Oh, leek seeds. Well, that's very funny that I can see it from there. These would be melons. See, there's moss carpet, but I really wanted some moss too for roofing. Look at this swamp that's like inside of... Like, what is this? This is... Oh, why doesn't it tell me what it is? That's Savannah. Oh, it's still... That's funny. Why does this say mangrove, but then when I get over here it won't tell me? Maybe because it's not loaded in. See, this is beach. And that's forest. See, and the other thing I was thinking was dark oak. I was going to do dark oak plains. Well, I guess I don't need to do plains. If I do dark oak jungle and nether? Yeah, I think that's the key. All right, then. Let's go to the nether. See if I can find myself some... How the hell do I get out of here again? I think it's this way. Ooh, am I wearing gold? Nope. Uh-oh. Also, this is in a soul sand biome. Which means I won't find any nether quartz. I think I'd be better off going to Cherry Peak. Where am I? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna go Cherry Peak and go through that portal. So we're gonna go... Ooh, I nearly knocked over my... Okay, we're gonna go nether, jungle, dark oak. Do I have? I do have some gold boots. I think I need to put these on so I don't get myself into trouble. Alright, away we go. I haven't been in here in a while. If I remember correctly, yeah, it empties into a crimson. Oh, hi. Oh, bugger off. Oh, there's some right there. Just need the tiniest bit. That's what I thought. Okay. How many's that? 8. Beauty. Good enough for me. Sometimes the cats in Minecraft make such a realistic sound that I think my cat, and I always freak out thinking she's hurt. Yeah, right? Sometimes Molly will be sitting here meowing behind me for like ages trying to get my attention, and I'll think it's like in the game. And then I will feel very bad. Oh, I better put these boots back. It would be interesting to incorporate some elements of the Nether into the swamp. Like the mushrooms and the vines. Like the stuff like that. Or maybe, like, if there... Where am I going? Walking right by my waystone. Yeah, maybe, like, if there's soul sand... I can use like soul sand lamps and stuff like that. I think that would be kind of cool in a swamp setting. Okay, so where was I? Comparators. Oh, I need stone. I need 6 stone. So is it stone or is it smooth stone? Yeah, it's just stone. 1, 2, baby. And then, okay, I've got those 2. I've got that. I need the 4 of these. And the 1, 2, 3. Or no. Let's do this. Actually, let's do this. And then I just need the glass, which I will swap out for these right now. Okay, I think that's everything. So we need glass, chest, thing, that. Oh, we need trapdoors. And that, and then 1 dispenser. Oh, I need a bucket of water. Put that leather away. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm good. Oh, I need... Oh, I've got redstone. Okay. Let's put this away now. I'll grab those after. Okay. Hopefully this works. So I need to look at the whole layout of the thing. I want him to like look up at it. I just want to see the whole machine. Like, where do I have to stand versus... that baby zombie. I actually need 3 buckets of water. That's okay. Okay, so he stands facing the dispenser? No, that's the dispenser there. Gets it started. Blah, blah, blah. Damn it, there's like a tiny... Okay. Okay. So if it's one... Okay. Sorry, I know I said okay 3 times. Okay. I actually think I do have to go back 1 more. Or else forward 1. Which I could also do. Yeah, I might actually... Hold up. No. Yeah, then I'm gonna do this. god, this door is having a fit. I'm gonna put it in like this. And that way that'll give me room, I hope. I'll be so mad if I have to move this. But this looks right. I wish it would show me like an overhead layout. It's not, it's just him standing there. No. There's a chest there. Comparator thing, comparator thing. So already there's 3 on that side. I know I'm watching something you guys can't see. It must be so boring. I'm so sorry. Also, it's going to be nighttime soon. Goes around there. I also hope this is tall enough. I think it will be. So now the door goes in there. That actually looks pretty cool. I like that. 'Cause then, wait, let me sleep. Okay, so the chest... You know what? I need to slow this way down. That's what the problem is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put these here. Yeah, that's good. Alright, now we have some room to play with here. So, I believe this is gonna go like this. Let's go over to how the actual build now. Da, 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 da. 1, 2. One, 2, and... Oh, what am I Should I make the roof higher or should I dig this down? I actually think I should dig it down. If I put glass here, oh, I can still open it. Okay, that's good. Glass and glass. I'm already out of space. How did that happen? Let's try this. So, oops. Glass. Glass. I need a glass. Glass, glass. Inheritor. I'm making this in a very close quarters. Oh my god, is it not a... Oh my god, it's a repeater. Ah, I wasted... What do I need for a repeater? I didn't even need any nether quartz. I spent all that time getting the nether quartz. Oh my god, what an idiot. My cousins and uncle just texted me, happy birthday, and then immediately sent another text saying, forget they said that, and be surprised tomorrow. Do you think one of them was just like, wait, isn't her birthday tomorrow? And everybody went, oh no. Wait, is it? It is. It's a repeater, not a comparator. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I didn't even have to go to the nether. Alright, friends. Well, with that disappointing ending, I have to get going. Let's find... Oh, hi, Nevermore! How's it going? I'm just about to find someone to raid. Oh my god, you missed me getting all blushy on our demo. So the new raid screen is awesome. Has anybody seen it yet? Any of my streamer friends? There's like a new raid window that pops up when you go to raid. Like I don't have to like search around and see who's on. I can just hit raid channel and this whole window pops up. And I can see everybody I follow. Wait, did that work? Yeah. Glamour Fairy's playing Skyward Sword. We raided Midge yesterday. Nixie's doing art. My timing impeccable. I'll see it tonight. No worries. There's some characters who I think would be right up your alley. Just to let you know. Right? Twitch is trying to make things easier. Isn't that wild? What a concept. Let's read Glamour Fairy. They're playing Skyward Sword, and I haven't played Skyward Sword in a million years. Please join me for the raid if you can. I will shout out to Glamour Fairy. There's our raid messages. If you're subbed and if you follow. Thank you so much for everybody hanging out with me today. Tomorrow night is going to be our community game night. We have some fun things planned, including some sketches. We're gonna get some dono sketches done to start with, along with maybe something for Cobra's birthday? I don't know, we'll see. And then yeah, let's play some games together. Thank you so much, everyone who came and hung out today and checked out the demo with me. Please wishlist it. Keep an eye on the Kickstarter when it comes out. I'll be posting on socials and in the Discord. And I think it's fun to support indie games and help them get made. So that's part of being on Twitch, which I love. So take care of yourselves. I'm going to slap on the end credits to thank you for any of the bits, the followers, all the new friends. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow. Let's give Glamour Fairy lots of love. And I'll see you soon. Bye!